Seen you brought up in
I love
Big time on that hill smoking on what you call it.
GEMMA and 7FTBLKGUY are currently waiting for me in ADC right now. Just woke up, yeah. Y'all fuck with the fit though? Okay. Once we join this call, this is it. So, today, chat, here, I was asked to mediate a conversation between 7FTBLKGUY and virtual GEMMA, where we will sit down and have the talk about the current, I guess you could say, controversy that's been floating around this past month and some change, right? Where 7FT made a video deeming her as a toxic streamer, the backlash getting so crazy that other streamers started having toxic interactions with her, them making their videos, and as y'all know, the very much sexist and misogynistic losers came out of their hidey hole and decided to press up on them. Y'all know how this goes. It happened with Kingsman, it happened with Capone. For some reason, there was a lot of people supporting that nigga. But regardless, our goal today is to settle the beef, clear the weeds, and hopefully end harassment for anybody that is feeling harassed in the situation. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Yo. Hello.
Yo.
Good afternoon. You guys doing?
Hello.
Man?
How are you?
Y'all today? I'm great. I'm phenomenal. So do you guys have any questions, words I would like to begin? Because I got a question for both y'all to kind of like kickstart this thing off. But if you guys have anything you'd like to say that you haven't said already, or any, I don't know, rules you want to set down before we continue?
I had a place to start, but if you want to shoot yours, we can go from there.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I did want to say something real quick. I want to say something. Okay. I do want to say, I want to preface this. Me and Gemma already spoke about this, and also Gemma, I just want to let you know, like, preface this. I genuinely have no intention of saying your name incorrect. I just mispronounce it. Like, so if I ever do mispronounce it, please don't take it. I'm so sorry. Like I said, I have a very unique name, and that happens to me too. Like,
yeah,
I don't share my
personal
personal
name.
Tell us
what AJ stands for.
I can't tell y'all. It's just too personal.
Government name.
It's just too personal. Like, there's literally like 3 people in the world with this name, so I feel like it's just too easy. You know?
Oh, okay,
so,
first.
Yeah. Like I said, though, I'm a junior and everything. It's like my dad. So
yeah.
It's a family name. But like I said,
I see. It's something junior. Yeah. Okay. Don't share that. Don't share that.
Yeah. That's why I just tell people to call me AJ. But like I said, me and Gemma already spoke about this, but I want to make sure, we all do have a pretty big platform. So I want to make sure that we're all aware. I have about 400 viewers right now by myself. I want to make sure that they understand any shit talking. We're not personally attacking nobody. We're here to have a conversation. Even if the conversation does not go well, worst case scenario, we are still going to be civil human beings.
Keep it cordial.
I've already had to ban a couple people. Keep it cordial. You feel me?
Exactly.
And this is, at least we're having a conversation, but I want to make it clear, like,
yo, chat,
no bullshit,
if you're sexist, if you're racist,
we all
just go ahead and come out right now so we can get you going.
Sure
say what you need to say. Get your little moment of shine so I can get you the fuck out of here. My mods are on time.
Can I just clear something up?
Yeah, of course.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
Oh, you're still 17? Someone said you turned 18 recently. Not true.
No, my birthday's in August.
Oh, okay. Okay, so in 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Zeno, what did you want to add something?
Okay, so obviously I have a question for both of y'all, but ladies first, of course. Gemma, what are your expectations or your end goal by the end of this conversation completely? Like what do you think you want by the end of everything? That would be the best to settle.
So the reason, obviously, because of this viral video, right?
Yeah.
A lot has happened since that viral video, but I definitely want to go from the beginning and get like essentially reasoning behind certain things from AJ.
Yeah. Like,
I just have questions, unanswered questions from my community, unanswered questions from myself. And I just want to like set the story straight on, like why the video was made and stuff like that. And I know we initiated a conversation the other day in 7FT's chat, but it'd be nice to actually chat because it's harder over text.
Yeah.
And I think also what's very important is for us to have a look at the bigger picture and see like how we're going to move forward, because we're both obviously, all 3 of us actually are content creators in the same space.
Yeah.
So I think if we can come to some sort of, like, it sounds so silly and like serious, a conflict resolution, you know, something just to like move forward. Because I mean, I genuinely do not think that AJ is a terrible human being. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think that of you, and I would assume that you also want to have like a positive ending to the story, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. You know, I'm very open minded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to take the spotlight or anything.
Gotcha.
But
do you want to answer the
have...
same question?
Vice versa. It's, same thing for you, 7FTBLK. What do you expect by the end of this call?
So I mean, my end goal, like, listen, I've always been this kind of person. This is just how I was raised. This might not be the best analogy, but
yeah,
my mom and my father, like, growing up, I was just raised, even if you don't like someone or you have a problem with someone, like, it's never okay to say something rude to someone who you once cared about or loved or had care for, right? So let's say you're ending a friendship with a really close friend of yours, and before you guys stop being friends, you say something really mean that's hurtful. You know what I mean? Like, that I've been raised not to say hurtful things to people. Like, even if you really do feel disrespected or anything, like, I make sure that I keep everything positive, and I just try not to, like, I find personal attacks is just, like, for me, I will never, like, go to that length. I feel like resolving this entire situation to me just looks like, even if we don't both agree on each other's viewpoints, like, I still just want to make sure, like, we're cool, we're cordial, and
like me and you, like,
at least you
I
understand
said crazy shit, but we're like
yes, like,
we
Zeno,
have two different
like,
views, but
yeah, like Zeno has posted a couple videos and stuff, things that I just don't agree with, like things that I wouldn't post on my platform, even if it's satire, because it's just
a couple
not
is generous. I posted, like,
you know what
at
I mean?
least
I don't
30
agree.
videos.
Yeah, you can have a differencing of opinions on things, for sure.
Absolutely.
And still be respectful to one another.
Exactly. That's exactly what I want. I want to make sure, even if our opinions are different, I want to make sure that you and I can both come to an agreement where kind of it's just like, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Gemma, take it away. Said you had something.
Yeah, to begin, just to bring everyone back to the other day, I think it was 2 days ago when I popped into your chat, just because I can't remember what it was you were saying on stream, but I wanted to just like interject and actually have a little dialogue with you, and I'm glad I did, because it got us to kind of have this call.
Yeah, that was a really good conversation, by the way.
Yeah, I think so too. And I realized, you know, there's definitely a lot more to your side of things, and I definitely want to hear everything. So just to bring it back to that, I asked you, I think I started from the conversation of, like, you know, what drove you to make the video, and specifically whether or not you think I'm a toxic streamer. Because obviously the video that you posted that went viral said toxic streamer on the front, and it had me tagged in the description. So you're asking, I'm asking basically, do you actually genuinely believe in your heart of hearts I'm like a toxic streamer?
Okay. So, I'll say, through our interactions over the past couple days, I will say that I would say my viewpoint has definitely changed. I wouldn't say that I think you are a toxic streamer. I think if I could reword that video now, I would change it based on what I know now about you and your willingness to talk and everything, and how you, like, truly felt. I would reword that video to streamer who made a toxic statement. Does that make sense? Like, because directly linking that with toxicity, like,
so
that's
somebody that did a toxic thing. I see.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't.
You're not a toxic person. You're not a bad person.
But
you just did a bad thing.
Have a conversation with each other and everything, and we've kind of like sat down. Like, I can see your point of view more. And
what is Zeno even doing here?
Like,
I was asked to be here.
Regardless of intention, regardless of whether or not it was about people who don't switch, I still find that to be toxic. Like, I think that's a toxic
random
statement,
kid.
But yeah, no, genuinely, right now in my heart, no, I don't believe you're a toxic streamer. I just think you're a streamer who made a toxic statement.
He's the kid nobody invited.
But I did definitely feel like that before.
Zeno just doing shit. All right, bro.
Okay, so what I said about Jeff and Spidey throwers, the ones that don't switch, you think that's like inherently very toxic?
The thing is, the don't switch part I can understand, right? Nobody likes throwers. And
sorry, just to interject, I'd like to clarify. do you believe I was talking specifically about the ones that don't switch, or all Jeff and Spidey players in general?
It's hard to say because
it is in the first 3 seconds of your viral video, the first one.
Yeah. So it is hard to say because when you spoke about it, you started by saying I don't like Jeff, or I hate Jeff and Spidey players as people. And then you added more context. Yeah. And then over the next like couple days and over the next like just in general, when you spoke about it, you didn't add that who don't switch in there, and it feels like that's exactly how it feels. It feels like it was a toxic statement.
And
that
AJ,
even
if you don't mind if I interject, you also it was like the thing with it, Gemma, that I noticed was that it seemed indirectly targeted at AJ because he was the Jeff that quote unquote was like wouldn't swap, or just the Jeff in general. So like from his perspective, it came off instantly as toxic because it felt less like you hated general Jeff not swapping players.
So after the game I had with him where he was on Jeff and I ranted on about Jeffs and Spideys that don't switch. Yeah. He did you feel like I was directly talking to you when I said that failure life stuff, blah blah blah?
No, definitely. I felt like you were it was one of those things where I don't want to say guilty by association because that's not the right way to use that phrase.
And y'all said what do I do? Y'all said what do I do? This what I do. This what I do.
I didn't know.
I'm here to mediate.
Just to clarify, I didn't know you. I didn't know what you look like. I didn't know anything about your content. I didn't know anything about your stream. I didn't look you up.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, for that sake, I was in my heart of hearts generalizing to throwers, and I genuinely was not personally attacking you. And I can appreciate.
W apologies. W apologies.
That I attacked you. Absolutely, your feelings are completely valid.
W apologies.
But
W
just
apologies.
to clarify, I was not personally attacking you.
W apologies.
But if that's the way you felt at the time, that's completely valid.
Yeah, like that's how I felt at the time, and I can
up,
understand
bro.
That's where you're coming from.
Bro.
Like you weren't intentionally trying to
told me to shut up, bro.
Because I also said Spideys, right?
Yeah. And we had because we were running Jeff and Spider-Man, so like it just felt the entire situation. I will say, I think chats definitely instigate because I don't know. I know like you and I both stream on TikTok, and I know you know that TikTok chat compared to Twitch, every streamer knows TikTok chat is. Yeah, no, we all know that. We all know that.
Y'all gotta figure it out, TikTok.
That's what I'm saying.
Like honestly, you need to
TikTok chat.
Stop.
So with that being said, like I'm not even reading my chat right now because I already know if I look over, they're just gonna be on some stupid stuff, just trying to instigate. But I will say, like people coming to my chat, letting me know, because the thing is, the algorithm. I feel like the algorithm knows.
Like I said, fuck,
doing,
we do.
Right? It like you and I are in a game together, and our lives are underneath each other. I'm not even joking. Like.
It probably
really
does
weird.
know though. It's like the exact same content because it's the same game, and then it repeats that.
It's weird. So I have people coming in my chat, and it's like I feel like there's no amount of context.
TikTok chat tough. That's just
like
not true.
Clearing it up now, I'll say like definitely I can understand your angle. I just think that statement that was made, it was generalized towards me, and I do want to say that statement it was made in the middle of the game. So I'm just hearing from my chat, like people that are watching your stream come to my stream and they're like, dude, she's talking hella shit right now, bro. She said that Jeff and Spidey's are terrible people, this and that. Now, I will say a lot of my content is like, all my content is not rage bait. You know what I mean? And I will say when I do quote unquote rage bait on TikTok, it's usually for the purpose of turning a bad situation into something funny that I can turn into content, because then again, this is how it builds. You know
so y'all want me to shut up, but y'all want to be able to cue music? What?
If I have a teammate on my team, like a thrower, for example, instead of just sitting there reporting him and just trying to surrender all game and not even trying the first round, like I'm gonna sit there and like I have a video right now. It's like getting pretty good views where I was like coordinating with my thrower, telling him how to play Black Widow and stuff. And I was motivating him to play well. Like, and it was just a funny situation. And that's kind of how I work when it comes to quote unquote rage baiting, right? But I felt like when I heard that you were talking crap and stuff, I definitely could have had more context. But I still do think like the statement that was made overall, I don't agree with it. I think it was rude included in toxicity. And I feel like there's like, even though you added context to it, there's still no amount of context that changes what was said. You know what I mean? It's like, it's still a toxic statement. And if every single time you spoke about the Spidey and the Jeff players, if you did like make sure that you included the don't switch part every single time, I feel like it would be different.
I mean,
but there's a lot of,
I hear
there's
you.
a lot of,
Just on that, my thought process there is I already said the ones that don't switch, and I complain about throwers literally every single day. So like when I'm talking to my chat, they do know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because I literally mention it every day. So again, the lack of context there, I think, is maybe an issue.
Yeah, I understand. Now I will say, even though you say, you know, you talk to your chat about it, when you post like videos that indirectly say that you hit them as people instead of the ones that don't switch as people, it leaves that same, I guess, missing place for context. Like your chat understands, but videos are going up where the same thing is not being expressed, and you're like in your Discord server, like you're not clarifying that. And like I said, that's to your community, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt there. Like I can understand, they understand the full context. You feel like you don't need to add the extra words with them, you know what I mean, because they understand what you're trying to say. But I at the same time feel like that's also just, that's
nigga said I'm not helping
like,
shit. Bro, shut up.
You truly feel like you don't
what you want me to
ones,
do?
If you truly feel like you only hit the ones that don't switch, then why not bring that up every single time you talk about it? You know
Just
what I mean?
Be quiet at this point.
Yeah, I hear you.
What
I
do
mean,
y'all want me
I
to
look, you do like most of the time, but I get it. Like if you don't hear it, then
Yo.
that's a miscom. Because obviously, right before I actually got in that game with you, I had Kaizen throw 2 of my games. Sorry to mention, I don't hate Kaizen. I really think he is funny, but he did come in and actually genuinely throw my game. Like he picked like a 3rd tank because his chat redeemed something. Anyway, so that was like a couple days before, and that's where the Spidey came in. So like it was just like repetitive like Spidey and Jeff stuff.
Yeah, I get it. What is it called? Recency bias? I don't know if that's the right.
Yeah, that's a good
like,
one.
Yeah, like you're frustrated. You know, you've had like, let's say you play 4 games.
And I'm sure you can
in a row.
resonate with being frustrated in Marvel Rivals.
Absolutely. Like for a while, I used to get very frustrated at Rivals, and for me, it's just the way I run my streams. Even if I'm angry at Rivals or mad, like I truly, I don't like expressing that energy. And I just think if you're having a terrible day, I don't think you should ever take it out on people, because just the way I've grown up, like when I was little, I was just raised not to, you never know what somebody else has going on. The guy that didn't hold the door for you, my grandma gave me this example. She told me some guy didn't hold a door for her one time, and she got disappointed because she had a bunch of stuff in her hands. And come to find out, this dude literally just walked out of the doctor's office and got diagnosed with cancer. And you never know like what people have going on. So taking your anger out, you're frustrated, but you should never speak to people like that. I don't agree with that way of not necessarily moving, but just speaking.
Sorry.
Like,
do you think that I spoke to you when I was talking to my stream in private?
No. Not directly. I'm saying in general, like you said, like we all get frustrated on Marvel Rivals. Like I understand that, but at the same time, I still won't like just not necessarily disrespect, but just like take that anger or frustration out on my teammates. Like I find that being able to do that.
But I didn't. Sorry, I just want to clarify, because the way you're phrasing this sounds like you're saying I took it out on my teammates when I muted you.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about.
I don't think I spoke to you. Oh, were we in another game afterwards?
No, not. This is not.
Oh, okay. You're talking generally. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't preface you. I will say, like, when I made that video, I didn't preface you as a toxic streamer just based on me and your and I's interaction. It was based on other things that I've seen, and like the way you conduct yourself in other competitive matches.
Niggas telling me to do something.
Feels
the fuck
like
am I supposed? Bro, they're having a conversation. It would be rude. Fit chat.
I don't want to say toxic bias.
I'm not getting up. I got draws on. But this is my fit though.
I just notice toxicity, and like the frustration of the game comes out to the teammates, and I can understand like when emotions are high. Like that's how I felt during the tournament. Like I wanted to make sure I was being respectful to everybody, but like I was locked in. Like I was trying to win my money, and I was focused, you know. And that might have come off in my tone. But yeah, I just want to make sure like I can't necessarily explain.
Okay,
I forgot where we even started.
Sorry, you said that the reason it was titled Toxic Streamer was based off other stuff as well. So just going back to earlier, you said earlier, we started this conversation, you said you don't think I'm a toxic streamer, but you said if you could change it back to, like, if you could change it now, you would change it to me saying a toxic statement, like a streamer saying a toxic statement. But now you're saying that you made the video because you do think I'm toxic in a lot of situations. So am I toxic or am I not toxic to you?
No. I said when I made that video, I initially did believe that. That's what you asked, what it started with. And then I'm telling you now that after we had a conversation on my stream the other night, and I
okay. So your perception since you made the video has changed now. Okay.
Exactly.
Sorry. I'm just trying to clarify everything for everyone.
No. Yeah, I said if I could go back, I would change that now because of what I know about you now. You know what I mean? But
got you.
Then no, that's how I felt. Like truly.
Yeah, because I mean, I can relate. Like, I didn't know anything about you, and then I saw the TikTok, and I was like, oh, it's filled with lies. Like, it doesn't matter, and I ignored it. Like, I was like, oh, whatever. And that's where the content came out. Like, you know, where I was like, oh, if it hurts, it must be true. And like, like I genuinely thought like lighthearted of it because I didn't believe I was a toxic streamer. Because I know me. I know you didn't know me. And like you saying now that you've gotten to know me a tiny bit, you don't think I'm a toxic streamer. But at the time, I know me. My community knows me. So I brushed it off. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I completely understand that. Like, it's like just like the claims like that I'm sexist and misogynistic and abusive to women and everything. Like, I didn't necessarily like agree with that. Like, not at all. Not even necessarily. I just don't agree with that because I know that's not how I am. I was raised the exact opposite of that, and it just shows in my character. And I will say, like, if there's a lot of things that I feel like we can get more into detail about, because details matter in these kind of situations. Like, over exaggeration changes public eye and public opinion, because we both know that if you over exaggerate something on the internet and people only see that, they're just going to initially respond to that. They're not going to do their more,
especially if it goes viral,
more research. Exactly. So that's why I'm saying I can understand
that.
Question
for you, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah.
So with his perspective changing as it did, right? Rebranding the moment where he posted, or the video in general, more as a toxic statement rather than like you being a toxic person. Would you also say your perspective and or views would have changed on him being a sexist, misogynist, etc.?
I think my views on him have changed dramatically since our first interaction. I'll get through it. I've got like a bunch of leading questions, but definitely. I don't think you're an awful human. In the beginning, I thought it was pretty awful to make a video about me when you didn't know me.
I can see that angle. I can understand where you're coming from. I think that when I make videos, that's just me using my platform.
Finally, you talking. This is not my beef.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, when I make videos,
what is wrong with
like
y'all
that's me using my platform.
Play a Rivals match and don't mute.
And like I said, I truly did believe that the toxic interaction, you made a toxic statement, which is something I feel like I wouldn't say. And
do you think if you didn't come into my stream and you were in game and I said please stop singing and you said no and I muted you, do you think our interaction in the actual game was like hella toxic?
No. I think what was being said about me, behind closed doors, that felt it felt like a sneak diss, and it felt like you were directly relating that to me. So in the moment, I was like, okay, well, this is content now, because now I can.
So you took it like personally.
Yeah, definitely. Like I felt like you were directly.
And you said this brings me to my next point. When I was in your stream the other day, you said how it kind of like, I think you shared a bit of your experience with racism in Marvel Rivals. If you want to just repeat what you kind of told me in that, so people can catch up to that point, because I do think that's a valid point. The kind of like your experience with racism in the game and how it made you feel. Because I think that was quite a valid point the other day.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's just like how you are. It's Zeno made the perfect example. He said, if I'm in a room full of a bunch of white people and they say boy in a certain fashion, I'm on high alert, you know? And you're paying attention and just kind of looking out, like if for the kind of microaggressions, I guess you could say.
Yeah, because I think, sorry, you brought in what Zeno said, and Zeno, you can confirm if I'm saying this correctly, but Zeno, when he went through it, he initially was like, young lady, that's not sexist. And then his chat gave him a different perspective. And then he thought about it to relate it back to his own experiences and was like, yeah, if a white dude calls me boy, I'm going to be like, that's racist.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how you feel as well about saying young lady?
I feel like the young lady thing is complete perspective. And I feel like it would take a much deeper perspective from somebody like, well, I can't speak for AJ, but for me, I still don't completely understand the thing of young lady, but I would just like know better than to say it to anybody above the age of like, I don't know, like 17 or whatever. Like, obviously if I'm speaking to my blood, my family, and I'm speaking to my niece, I feel like calling her young lady isn't
like an actual child.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But that's why I'm saying I understand the perspective. Like, obviously, if you're like a 20-year-old grown-ass woman and somebody's calling you young lady, naturally assuming that they're just like older than you, or it could come out as patronizing,
especially with how much
etc.
sexism we get in the game every day, and then someone has to point out that I'm a lady in general. I'm like, oh, you sexist. Like, why are we even pointing out my gender? Do you is that how you feel as well, AJ?
Yeah, and that's like actually that's a really good way to relate it. And because like for me personally, just like Zeno said, I didn't understand that. I don't want to use this card as like I promise this is not me trying to like bring my race into it, but I mean I kind of am. But like as a young
I thought it was
black
a
man,
valid point to relate it. That's why I asked you to bring it up again, because in your stream it made me think differently as well.
Sexism is awesome.
I was saying like as a black man, like that's black lingo. Like I feel like a lot of black people can also vouch for this. Like young lady is something that Black people say often.
It's very
respect.
Common. That's why it was very foreign to us.
For me, like it's a respect thing. Like if I see,
but is it a respect thing if they're screaming it at you?
Yeah, I can understand. Like we were both raising our voices at each other. I feel like that was definitely
but I wasn't screaming boy. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Imagine someone screamed at you in game. Come over here, boy, or something. Would that not freak you the fuck out?
Yeah, like I would look at it weird for sure. And
what that mean?
You know, I completely understand the fact that young lady is
chill. No GEMMA files. No GEMMA files.
I completely like
chill.
Understand, and I apologize for that.
No GEMMA files. No GEMMA files.
Come off in that sense, but my intention with that was
it's an analogy.
But my
it's an
intention
analogy.
with that, no problem.
Keep up.
My intention for that was not to like bring up the fact that you're a lady. It's just in my culture. That's how we address people. Like. It genuinely, it didn't come from any heinous place. Like, that's just how it is.
Just chill, bro.
Just like if somebody were to say, boy,
I wouldn't necessarily just to add, I do have a black woman in my chat saying that I'm a black woman and young lady is very condescending.
I mean, yeah, that's her opinion. Like I can.
It was broken down further to me. Like for example, like I naturally I just wouldn't do it unless I knew who I was talking to.
Is it a culture? Yeah. Is it more of a cultural thing, or is it more of a your experience in your culture thing?
I'll say more in my experience.
Because I'm genuinely asking. I'm not trying to attack you. I'm genuinely asking because obviously I don't know the inner depths of the black culture. Like I grew up in South Africa. You know, there's a ton of black people there. Like I'm not accustomed to the black culture, but it's more so like, especially the American, like African American culture is slightly different.
Yeah. Like I'll definitely tell you, like I don't know if Zeno can agree with this, but like. When a compliment, like a common compliment in my culture, like the way we speak to like older women that you can clearly tell are elderly, like a compliment to them is like, ma'am, you look beautiful today. Like you don't look a day over 20. Like it makes it's a compliment. Like complimenting people, like saying young lady never, in my opinion, like it didn't come off as disrespectful or anything. Like that's how we. I wouldn't say I can't.
Well, that's just not how you intended
that's how I use it.
That's not how you.
Yeah, that's not how I intended
it. And I was talking.
So we can agree. Sorry, just the actual. If we just take it back right to the beginning, the actual game we had together, I muted you after you called me young lady. Whether or not we think that young lady is patronizing or whatever, or whether or not I was personally offended by it, that is what happened in the game.
Yeah, 100%. Like it is completely. You're right. If you feel patronized, or if you feel like it's leading towards sexism, like that's completely valid. To do
that's largely why I muted.
And that's like why I said like I apologize that you took my intention like that. Like that was not my intention. Like I apologize that it came off that way.
Okay, thank you.
But
appreciate the apology.
Yeah, no problem.
Yo, chat,
But I
after
do
this, we're
wanna
doing
say,
viewer therapy,
like,
and then we're going to do customs.
obviously,
So
like,
if
I
y'all want to
watched
play
everything,
Rivals
I watched your
Customs,
timeline video,
stay here.
and
Or come back in like an hour.
like, if you're done with this part of the conversation, like, I don't want to interrupt. If you have anything else to say.
Oh, just this point? No, you can add. You can elaborate.
Okay. So, it felt like, your timeline, it was missing a piece that not necessarily fabricates the story, but it feels dishonest because I feel like this is important. Like, it's not too important, but your timeline, the comment that you made, the comment that I found toxic, happened immediately after the first round to your chat, and you were muted in game. So it's like when you put it in your timeline, you put that at the end, and what that makes it look like is I responded to you, you muted me, and then I was annoyed enough to go to your chat and hear you say that statement. That's how that comes off to the public eye. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see. For me, it's more so that I didn't say it to you. It wasn't, I muted you, and then I made that statement. And the reason I made that statement was because round one was so tough for me because I felt like I wasn't getting healed. So the reason I was raging about Jeffs and Spideys that don't switch, it wasn't after we'd won the game. It was, I thought it was pretty normal to assume that I'm complaining mid-game, and also the footage is mid-game and it has the rounds on it. Mm-hmm. Did you want me to explicitly say between the two rounds that we won?
It's not necessarily that I wanted you to. It's just that is important. That's important context because it's like...
But it's on the screen. It's in the picture.
I know,
it's
but...
in the video.
Okay, but at the same time...
The context is there.
Yeah, but you're assuming, you're expecting people to actually, you know...
They're watching the video, though.
And like... Yeah, I understand they're watching the video, but if I... include something with context on screen, but don't explicitly state it, and I'm doing a voiceover of a bunch of clips on the screen, it can still come off as the timeline being skewed. Not everybody is going to understand that. Like, think about somebody from a Marvel rival standpoint that doesn't understand. That could have been another game. You know what I mean? Same map, another game. You know what I mean? And it's like, that just feels... I don't want to like diagnose or say what your intention was, but it feels dishonest. That doesn't feel honest. And another thing is like when me and you spoke in my stream, I made it clear to you, like the 3 hours, like you kept saying, it sounds better. I gave you this example. I said, if you go to a party and you ask for a slice and a half of cake, no one's going to look at you crazy. But if you ask for 3 slices of cake, they're going to be like, dang, bro, can you save some for the rest of us? Like, that's a lot of cake, 3 slices. So it feels like when you say I watched your stream on my stream for an entire 3 hours, for an entire 3 hours straight, that those were your words. For an entire 3 hours straight, I watched your live on my live. That's like an exaggeration that can skew the public eye into...
Okay, so what was the facts? What was the facts then? Because so I was in your stream. I will admit I wasn't there for the full 3 hours, but everybody told me it was 3 hours. So I am okay to backtrack on that if you give us the facts of, because I have not seen your VOD. When I went to go watch it the next day, it was gone.
Yeah, no. So my VOD definitely did not get removed. My VOD was definitely there because I personally, I don't even know how to take my VODs down, if I'm being 1000% honest. Second of all, I'm an affiliate, not a partner. I'll probably have a partner next month, but I'm pretty sure affiliates can only keep their VODs for 30 days.
Great flex.
Which is why I bought a
great flex
5 terabyte hard drive so that I could keep my VODs for longer time periods.
These are great
Right?
flex.
So my issue is that you and I had this interaction, and you're saying that unprovoked, like I went into your stream for the next day and just sat there and watched you and berated your content and talked crap about people, talked crap about you in Discord.
That's
with other
what
people.
I saw.
Yeah, and I understand that's what you saw, but I want to make it clear.
Sorry.
Like people were saying like you didn't even make a video and he was doing this and that. Like a lot of the things that were being said about me, the misogynistic claims, the sexist claims, were being made on the 29th. Like I have the proof that they were being made on the 29th.
Yeah, because
and then my stream was April 30th.
we've just established that I thought you were being sexist to me in game, calling me young lady, and you agreed that you can see that I saw it that way. Yeah. So me calling you a sexist was based on my experience of what you said to me in game.
Absolutely.
Not based on other content, the way you mentioned that you made the video based on other toxic things, not just your experience with me. Because I muted you in game. I didn't say anything toxic to you in game. So you made the video based off other clips you've seen of me, not your experience with me. And now I was talking to my chat. I didn't even make a video. I was talking to my chat saying you were sexist because that's how I felt with the statements, our actual interaction with the game.
Right. And I will say, like, at the same time, you replied to a chat making a statement on your stream where somebody was like, you guys are getting mad at her for talking about this kind of stuff on her stream when it's literally her platform. And you were like, exactly. So why am I not extended the same decency to be able to talk about things on my platform?
For me, and I'm sure you can agree, if you chatting to your live chat, right? Like there's a lot of yapping, there's a lot of hyperbole and emphasizing random things for content, but actually curating and making like a TikTok or something that has the chance to go viral or something with a hook and like the idea, the intention for it to go viral is two separate things. The live streaming and the content creation side are two separate things. Like you can have a live streamer that's really good, but terrible at editing content and like they just cannot make actual content for platforms like TikTok and YouTube and stuff.
So
can we agree there's a separation in like the kind of content on each?
Yeah, I mean it's a live stream.
I can't just post a 3-hour live stream VOD on TikTok. It's not going to go viral.
Absolutely. But I will say, like, obviously there's definitely ways to cut it down, and that just comes with time of making TikToks. Like that's just something that happens all the time. But I'm still saying, like, I still disagree with the fact that I was just saying I still disagree with the fact that you're saying that you're allowed to be on your platform talking about these kind of things, but you're continuously adding the point that I'm made a video about it. Even though I made a video, it's still my platform. So how do you know?
Did you watch my streams when I was live?
Yeah, I have. No, I was able to watch the VODs after your streams. Like these are statements that were said. Yeah.
So and you were initially, sorry, I'm just going to keep, for everyone new coming in, I'm going to keep going through exactly what we've clarified. So for you, the initial video wasn't made because of something I said to you in game. It was made because of the VODs that you watched of my live stream and my other clips. And you thought I was toxic.
You think it was all of it combined?
No, yeah, like I said, it was all of it combined. It was me and your interaction. And then
but we just established I didn't say anything to you in game. That was toxic. You didn't say anything
to me in game. Oh yeah, like it was after like what you said during the match.
Yeah, to my stream. So I'm saying the content. To your stream,
not directly.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, like
so
my
I'm
chat,
saying,
like.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so I'm
my
saying
chat came in and told me. Sorry,
yeah. Okay. So your issue. That's okay. Your issue. The reasoning behind making the video. The reasoning you thought I was toxic was based off of like my live stream content and my other content that you got not from the interaction in game. And now you're saying you watched my VODs and after the first video, you got increasingly upset with me because of what I was saying in the live streams again.
Chaz, I'm gonna chime in. I have to let them talk, bro. I'm gonna chime in.
It was what you were saying in the live streams, the things that were being said in your Discord. I don't know if you remember, but you actually commented on my video comparing me to Poppy Capone of all people, and then
because he's an own. Okay, sorry, I don't think you're like Poppy Capone. Like, can we just clarify that?
Yeah, no, I mean,
he's a known raging sexist. Okay, can we agree on that?
Yeah, like absolutely.
Okay, so at that time, we've already established I felt you were sexist towards me in game by calling me young lady and screaming it. So that's why I made that association. I regret saying it now, and I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, apologize. Now that I know you a bit better, you are nothing like him.
Great apologies. These are great apologies.
That was the correlation I was making back
W apologies. Yeah,
so
if that makes sense.
Yeah, and like I said, Gemma, I want to make sure that you understand. This is not coming from a place of now. I'm talking about emotions before we understood each other's angle.
Yeah, that's why we're having this conversation. Yeah. I think it's important to go through what our intentions in why we did what we did.
Right.
And that's why I'm asking all these questions, because I think it paints a better picture for both of us.
I was blocked. You know what I mean? And I will say...
that's why it disappeared.
So it must have disappeared. And I don't want to say that the comment is gone, but if it is, it's 1,400 comments deep. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm not even going to like... Out of respect, I have
did block you. Yeah, I did block you off pretty much everything when I found out you were in my Discord and looking at all my VODs and looking at all my TikToks and stuff. That's when I blocked you, and that's why I blocked you. I didn't block you because we got into a game together and you made a rage bait content video.
No. Absolutely not.
I blocked you because I knew I had actual proof that you were in my Discord and watching my VODs and talking to your chat about that.
Yeah, so I will say, I mean, obviously, I was still able to see the VODs and everything. I wanted to make it clear, though, when I joined your Discord server, my intention wasn't to be a spy. I joined, said, hey, Gemma, if you could check your DMs whenever you get the chance, because I wanted to make sure you saw the message. And, you know, like I said, that's my bad. I wasn't aware of the time zones and everything. But like I said, the public opinion is important in these kind of situations because it can skew, not necessarily the truth, but...
So that brings me back to a point you made, sorry, just on the public opinion thing. You made a point earlier that I left out of the timeline because it was in the video that it was mid-game, in between the 2 rounds that we won together. Mm-hmm. You said I should have reiterated about it being in the middle of the game because even if people see it on the screen, they don't, you know, unless you actually reiterate it. You said this, right? Am I right?
Yeah. Wait,
okay.
Say that again?
You said because in the timeline, that clip with the rounds and when I was saying all that stuff was between the game, between the rounds. You said I have to actually reiterate it and say it because viewers just watch it and they don't critically think about what they're seeing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you have to do anything. I'm saying
no, but you wish you said you wish I had done that in the timeline.
Yeah, because I feel like that can kind of skew the story. But like I said, like it is what it is. Like if anybody asks, I can tell them like, no, we were in the middle of the game, and I can understand.
Do you guys
that
think
you
we're
left
reaching
that out because
a
you
positive
felt
conclusion?
that the context was on the screen, but at the same time, this has more eyes than just Marvel Rivals on that, and I think like on this, and I think
and I'm glad
that.
you actually said that because that is a valid point. That obviously with content, if you to get your point across, you have to actually say the thing, right?
What? Nigga said it's kind of biased.
That brings me back to the original video again.
What have I done that's biased?
When you made the video, and the first 3 seconds of the video has me saying Jeffs and Spideys that don't switch. For the entire rest of the video, you didn't say the ones that don't switch a single time.
Nigga said it replaced me with Mike's above you.
Pretty sure.
What's the difference between me and Mike?
In the video, I actually included the entire context. In the very beginning, the hook was I think if you play Jeff and Spidey, you were a bad person, or whatever the exact statement was. But later, when that time actually came in the video where you said what you said in the exact like long form version, that was included where you said who don't switch.
So that clip is in there. The people that are watching your content, and you said that like usually you have to tell them what's happening in the video. They were listening to you and what you were saying because they care about your opinion. It's your content, it's your community. Like, obviously, the reason it went viral was your community watching it, right? So, how can we agree that a lot of the community completely missed the part that was like the ones that don't switch?
Yeah. I would definitely say
for the same reason that you're saying the people are missing it in the timeline that it's the middle of the game because I didn't say it explicitly.
Yeah, but there's a difference between leaving it out and putting it later. You know what I mean?
So do you think I intentionally left it out to frame the story in a certain way?
No, I don't think you intentionally did that. I know that's not, you don't have any malicious intent with this situation anymore. Or I won't say anymore because I can't confirm nor deny that you did at all. But my point is, there's a difference between leaving. And I'm not saying you left it out intentionally. I'm saying it was left out. That's what it is. So when I say leaving it out, that's just what it is. But when it's left out, there's a difference between something being left out and put later. The context was included. You know what I mean? Nobody can say that I did not include the don't switch part. And I noticed that in another video responding to me, it was, I don't remember which part it was, but it was responding to the second video that I had created where you were responding.
Sorry, before we get to that one, can we just finish off with the first one?
Yeah, but
just to not confuse things. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I mean, we can do that as well.
My fault, chat. I'm low-key ordering.
Like say what you're gonna say.
Yeah,
it's okay.
The second
you can
video,
jump to the...
In the second video, I had brought up the fact that you said it only hurts if it's true, and I don't remember if I directly quoted you or if I showed the clip, but you, I think I like in not I don't know the word, but I know I responded to the statement that was made.
Big back,
and you
niggas
said
can't eat food.
Notice how bro like purposely left out the fact that I said
see
who
through the
don't switch
glasses
to push his agenda. But the thing
Y'all can
is,
see me
in that
ordering Chipotle
exact
through my
clip
glasses?
that I was referring to, you did not say who don't switch. So it's like when you show the screenshot of the clip.
No, hang on. You watched the whole thing, and I said,
Order a
I hate
salad
Jeff and
bowl?
Spidey
Yeah, fuck
players.
you.
They're shit people, or whatever I said. And then I said, I really can't stand it when Jeff and Spidey's, I hate the ones that don't switch. So I clarified, and you watched that all before making your
I got a
video.
question.
Okay.
So you had the full context. You can't say
Lensless
now
glasses?
because I didn't say it in that first line. You're actually just reiterating that in your second video, you left the don't switch part out on purpose.
That's not what I said. No. Yeah, maybe it's better if we just wait to get to this, as I think our minds are still on the first video. I'm referring to a clip.
Oh yeah, mine is.
Yeah. Let's just pause.
Okay,
Let's just wait for this.
okay.
Yeah, because I want to make sure
Maybe
you
I'm not.
understand
Maybe
exactly
I'm not
what I'm saying.
understanding. Yeah, maybe I'm not
I can-
understanding what you're saying.
Worst case scenario,
properly.
like I can show you the clip. It's not a big deal. I can pull it up on I can start a screen share or anything. But no, my point is, like I said, it's there's no amount of context to be like, I didn't leave anything out. Like, there's no lies. It is simply a difference in opinion. But like I said, this would be a completely different situation if I left out the part where you said who don't switch. That would significantly make you look worse. Because
So do you not see, you mentioned that I left out in the timeline, I didn't explicitly say it. And I don't think you explicitly said it in your first video. Do you not see how that's confusing for me? Because the entire the reason it went viral and stuff is because people thought I was talking about Jeff and Spidey's in general. And in the very first 3 seconds of your original viral video, it literally has the full clip of me saying that don't switch. The rest of your video, you just don't focus on that part. So
right, because
the way the video was framed to your audience was that I was talking generally about all Jeffs and Spideys, and that's the way they received it, even though it was said in the clip, because you didn't reiterate it.
So do you think that's his fault or the lack of attention from his viewers?
Well, he just said to me that he didn't appreciate in the timeline that I didn't clarify with words what was happening in the clip.
Oh,
so I'm just asking him that back.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm saying that I didn't appreciate that you didn't clarify with words that I was referring to the Jeffs and Spideys that don't switch, specifically the throwers.
That's fair.
Yeah. So like I said, I can understand that, but Gemma, the thing is,
that is fair.
It wasn't like your timeline like actually had a false.
Yo, chat, W orders,
because that did not happen.
This one's for me.
But it was in it.
This one's for my girlfriend.
It was in it.
Right, it was in it. But my
thing is, the clip was in there. The clip was in there.
So we're making two different types of content. Your content is a voiceover style content. My content was simply taken from my stream with cuts in between the dead space of the audio. Right. So if anyone sees the entire video, they watch the video, they're gonna see the part where you said who don't switch. Do you understand what I'm saying? But
yeah, but do you not agree that
you got two goals, one guap,
I'm saying your timeline directly. Not saying you did it intentionally.
Sorry, there's literally someone in my chat, a first-time chatter, that's saying she literally said about all Jeffs and Spideys, we all saw it. And this is part of the comments. This is why I'm emphasizing it so much, is that for the last 2 months, I've had new people coming in being like, you've said this about Jeff and Spideys, and we all know you hate them, and you're rude, and you're horrible, and saying awful, horrible things, and this is how it snowballed. Because in that video, to me at least, I don't know if this was your intention, but to me, it seems you framed it in a way that the audience believes that I was saying about everyone by just completely brushing off the fact that I said the ones that don't switch.
His girl, bro.
Okay, so let me ask.
Get the balls, nigga.
In that style of video, and I want you to answer this honestly from a content creator standpoint. In that style of video, you're saying that you wish that I didn't just brush over the fact that you said who don't switch. So what would be the solution? Because I can't
gonna lie, you gotta step
imagine.
in.
Like, I really want you to think about this.
Into what?
It's like imagine in the video, you said the part who said who don't switch, but literally look at like the fact that if I were to take that clip where you said, I think if you play Jeff and Spidey and you don't switch, and then I loop it. I think if you play Jeff and Spidey and you don't switch, and then I loop it again. And I didn't. You see what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't change the fact that.
I think what changes is the context, because you said earlier that like making content and stuff, it's important to say the full context. And I don't think you once said she was talking about throwers.
But is someone who doesn't switch a thrower? Because we were winning the game, and you directly
but that was the
related
middle.
to.
I said it in the middle of the round because I died and couldn't get kills because I was asking for heals. So I felt at the time that you were throwing because you didn't switch, and also, to my knowledge, you weren't a Jeff main.
Yeah. So I can understand that. So I'll tell you this, right? Now this is from. I feel like we're past the point of Marvel Rivals and competitive, whatever you want to call it, skill.
Yeah, we're just trying to, at this point, clarify the beginning of how all this started.
If I could pitch in real quick,
crying.
if y'all don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
What's it called? Outside the game's viewpoints, the general idea, discretion originally was you didn't like the assumption or her assumption of you just like asking her to go support because she was a woman, because obviously you didn't know, you had no clue, and your context was completely different from hers, right? Or her perspective rather.
Yeah, we had different perspectives going in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I just want to make sure we stay on track with the original discussion. I feel like that is completely fair by 7 foot. I feel like he obviously didn't know who you were. Who you played.
Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's fair for me to assume that because he didn't play DPS, he switched to Jeff, and he didn't have Jeff Lord, and I assumed he was throwing right away?
Well, I feel like
no, I wouldn't necessarily say that's fair because, for example,
but it happens to me all the time. People will pick Widow, people pick Spidey, people pick Jeff, and then just throw.
It's fair. I feel like it's fair to have that in the back of your mind, but to 100% assume and stamp it, I feel like that is where the issue takes place, because you can never 100% assume something without confirmation.
But do you see? Okay, so can we just root back to what we mentioned earlier? So I already had that bias, right? So I was oh my gosh, he's throwing, like, oh my gosh. And then in the game, he hit me with the young lady. So now I'm like, he's throwing and he's sexist?
Yeah, see, I understand. Yeah, I get the perspective where it's all adding up. It makes complete sense.
Yeah, like, absolutely. Like, I completely understand. I just feel like at the same time, like I said, I know you said, like, you want to keep on track, but I feel like this is also important. I want to say, Gemma, like, in that competitive situation, like, I understand you felt like I was throwing because I wasn't healing you, but that's one of those situations where if you were on somebody that could actually fend for themselves and didn't have one get out of jail free card on a 15-second cooldown, like, it would have been easier to keep you up.
I hear you. I think it's kind of like low-key pointless trying to analyze the game because it was just like a ranked game. Like, I don't think the actual game was that serious. I think what happened afterwards was more serious. Yeah. Because I feel like the difference in perspectives of that actual game, our actual interaction with each other was I muted you in game and I didn't say anything toxic to you. Mm-hmm. You came to my stream afterwards and I was ranting about throwers in my stream and you took it personally when I didn't in fact even say it to you.
He felt indirectly attacked, which is what built the perspective of you and him. I see. Yeah, okay, I see.
Yeah,
I see what you got. Like, I understand both sides, 100%.
Yeah, and I will say, like, I think a part of it was obviously, like I said, TikTok chat, Twitch chat, instigating, telling me that you're saying these what they were saying were awful things. Like, it was a mix of me, feeling like obviously, like I said, I feel like you were personally attacking.
And I also feel this happens a lot with streamers. I'm not speaking. I can't speak 100% for you guys, but I've seen it happen a lot within this whole, I guess, quote unquote controversy, is that chat is persuading, like people we're letting y'all.
They're always gonna try.
They're always going to try to like stir something up, and
but that's why we can't base our actions off of chat, though. In my opinion,
which is why I feel like reading every chat is important. Like, you don't read every chat. Like, there's chats that, like, obviously, Gemma, I'm sure people have said awful things about me in your stream chats, and you don't read them out loud. I'm sure people. I'm 100% sure. Yeah. I'm very certain people are saying awful things about you in my chat, and I don't read them out loud. I make sure I say, "Yo, mods, can we get that person banned? You know who it is." You know what I mean? And I'm very adamant on that. And I feel like, I understand you felt like I wasn't policing, and all of these things, but I wanted you to understand, at the time of me posting the video, I had like 22,000 followers. So we were around the same following. And I understand that as a content creator, I average, pretty high viewership on TikTok, decent on Twitch. So it's like, it's hard to literally pinpoint every single person that's harassing me. You know what I mean? And I made it very clear. I would like to clarify
that my mods are very, very strict and under strict instruction to ban instantly time out and ban anyone that is heinously harassing anyone else.
What do y'all want me to do?
And I'm the exact same way.
confused.
Like, I've made announcements.
What do y'all want me to do? What do y'all want me to do?
After this entire situation started really blowing up.
Address what?
Already
Address what?
The stream where I talked about you for.
I was just doing something.
Hours. In the very maybe
address
first 10
what?
to 15 minutes, I made it very abundantly clear. I spoke about it on stream, and I showed a video that I made a while ago responding to a very similar situation. Like, I feel like a lot of the clips that you were using,
I am the elephant,
to paint me as a misogynist and a sexist, were like dishonest, and I felt like it was getting to a point where
hold her accountable of what?
It seemed
I personally felt the clip that you used to frame me as a toxic streamer was dishonest.
Okay, and I can understand that angle, but the thing is,
do you understand that you did that? Do you just want to clarify? Do you understand that you made the video first?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I made the video first. There's no, I'm not I'm not ashamed of that or anything. Like,
just clarifying for everyone.
Yeah, like I made the first video, and I will say, I don't think any level of what's it called, context changes the fact that's a toxic statement. Like, the statement you made, regardless of whether or not it was towards someone who doesn't switch, it's still a toxic statement. It's a toxic. If you wanna say that it's not a toxic statement,
address the fact that she said he harasses women when he doesn't.
Throwers are still,
bro. She literally already apologized for saying all that shit. If you didn't see it, then nigga, that's on you. He said address the fact that she said he harasses women when he doesn't and tried to get him kicked. She already apologized, nigga. You just weren't here. I'm not gonna rewind the stream for you, nigga. She already apologized for calling him sexist. She already apologized for general sex, just saying all that. She didn't say that part. We can get her to bro. That's shit that you do at the end, nigga. Y'all want me to speed up, rewind, fast forward, and teleport in time? What do y'all talk, bro? Shut up, bro.
Yeah, no, like I've never said
like,
that.
What are y'all niggas talking about?
What you said was that people can take it that way. My intention with what I was saying was speaking directly about Jeff the Land Shark as a character. What your intention was as people. You directly related.
I was
to the
hyperbole. I wasn't speaking seriously. I was talking to my stream. I didn't make a clip and try and make a viral moment out of it. I was genuinely just like hopping on to my team, raging because I lost 3 games before. I don't know the people. Genuinely, I don't know every human or any actually who sit and play Jeff and Spidey and don't switch. I genuinely do not know what these people look like. I don't know what they're like. Like, dead ass, how could I be speaking about them as people and saying they don't brush their teeth? How could I know? That can't be factual.
Right, it can't be factual.
Yeah, but it can be taken. But it's the same. It's the same thing as taking it personally, though, because for 7 perfect analogy, right? 7 foot saying that he was going to Jeff's family in GTA, etc., etc. Obviously, he's speaking to the family that surrounds Jeff, Emma Frost. And Deadpool.
No, I don't think it's obvious at all. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I have to disagree on that.
No, I mean, like, he just clarified
you're saying that's what he was.
That's what it came off as. You see how it just came off to you as he was speaking generally. Obviously, you don't know the Spidey and Jeff players personally. You can't confirm that. You can't say that they do this, that, and the third. But
I don't even know who Jeff's in-game family is, if I'm honest. I don't know the lore. So I would never my mind wouldn't even have gone there in the first place.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying, though. Like, you saying that you naturally assumed that obviously he wasn't talking about. Like, I would naturally assume he wasn't talking about Jeff's family. Like, I'm just figuring this out now that he's talking about Marvel lore.
Yeah, you also said that you thought he was.
I thought he was speaking about
Jeff.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but it's the same way that that's the same argument can be applied when you're speaking generalizing Spidey OTPs and Jeff OTPs. It's like even if you don't know them real life, if you're not quote unquote speaking to them like directly, they're going to take it directly, and I feel like that perspective matters
for sure. And that's absolutely why this thing blew up and why I'm getting 2 months of hate, because they did take it personally because he made the video to put it out there.
Yeah, in a sense, but also a sense of accountability is due to the fact that you made that statement. And it's like, if you're going, and it's okay to completely stand on it. Like I said, if you play Triple Sport Ultron, I just don't.
No,
like you.
I completely, I would
like,
never want to offend any human being.
Yeah.
My statement was against the throwers I've had and saying I hate the Jeffs and Spideys that don't switch. They're terrible people. They don't brush their teeth. They wouldn't help a granny cross the street. They fail all their tests. I was making content, and I sincerely apologized if I offended anybody who plays Jeff and Spidey and throws. The people that don't switch.
That's what I feel like.
I apologize to you, but also could you please stop throwing my games? I genuinely apologize for insulting you by saying you don't brush your teeth.
Yeah. That's what I felt like personally.
Like, I can take full accountability that what I said, and I personally, I don't think it's that awful, but that is also my opinion, because that's why I said it on stream.
And,
so
I completely agree.
Zeno, if you don't mind if I interject real quick, I want to say, Gemma, I feel like there's a disconnect here between like our agreement on this, like our opinion, and obviously that's fine. Like we're not going to agree on everything, but I want to make it clear that when you like. There's a clip where I said I'm no longer a Jeff the Landshark racist. Okay, now anybody that looks at that clip,
is this the one that was in Hames's video?
Yeah, like that, I posted that video. So before I had 10,000 followers, I used to post shorter videos because obviously I wasn't in the creator rewards fund. Okay, so my goal with my videos was to try to get a blow up moment and respond to patch notes, new news, and right before I posted that video, the official news came out that Jeff the Landshark's ultimate would be getting a healing pool. Okay, so when I made that video, I'm saying I'm no longer a Jeff the Landshark racist. We love Jeff because I'm directly talking about the character.
You were saying you were a Jeff racist, like you hated Jeff.
I hated Jeff because I used to main Black Panther. I used to play against DPS Jeffs that would put a bubble down and it would knock me out of my dash, and it would just be annoying.
Okay.
Like I didn't like Jeff. I don't like playing against him, right? So but my thing is, Gemma, hold on, let me finish. So my thing is, Gemma, if it would be completely different if I directly said I am no longer racist against people who play Jeff. That would have been, you see how those words completely change the statement and the way that it's annotated by people and understood by people in the public opinion?
The difference is you made that content, you edited that content, you put it up on stream, on TikTok. I said it in my stream and you clipped it out of context. But for me, I went on about it during that whole rest of the game talking about it. So I feel like that we separated earlier the difference between live stream content and TikTok content.
Yeah, but I feel like content is content. If you post it, it can be reposted. People can. It's the internet. That's just how it works.
Yeah, for sure. But I do feel like the way the live stream content comes out and the way it's framed is very different.
It's completely different
than you admitting like I was a Jeff racist.
I understand where you're coming from. I still think I'll give you a perfect example. Sorry,
just to clarify, do you genuinely believe that I was stereotyping the people that throw on Jeff and Spidey? Do you think I was like being genuinely horrible? Because you said you don't anymore think I'm a toxic streamer. Did you back then genuinely believe I was like trying to belittle and hurt the feelings of anyone that plays Jeff and Spidey that like doesn't switch?
Yes, those were your exact words.
That's how it came
exact words by definition. Like is the definition of like exactly what you said. Like you directly related it. You said with like as much emphasis that I've ever seen. Like that's an exaggeration, but with emphasis, you said as people. Like you hit that P so hard. Like there
was no mistake. There was no mistaking. There was no mistaking.
You were standing on that 10 toes, and I understand that you're saying who don't switch, but my thing, Gemma, is like. For example, like
because I don't like people that don't switch. I hate them as people.
Yeah, and like
throwers suck.
I understand.
Nobody likes a thrower in their game. Like
y'all want me to tell them to stop interrupting, brother. They're interrupting each other,
like
bro.
You just said you don't hate that. You hate people
you know what I'm saying?
that don't switch.
We're just chill.
As people,
because when he interrupts her, y'all don't say shit.
I feel like
but when she interrupts him, y'all get mad.
They are people.
As what must you
don't
hate
be biased.
I hate the throwers as.
You can hate them as players.
Well, obviously that's what I mean.
Okay, but if that's what you mean,
I don't know them as people.
That.
I've just clarified earlier that I don't know them as people. So how can I speak to their character?
People say things on the game. Okay, so let me give you an example, right? If somebody's in a Call of Duty voice chat, right, and they don't know what somebody looks like, right? Let's say. I'm trying to think of the most respectful and like appropriate way to say this, but people say things on the game to try to get under people's skin that they probably know is not true. If somebody goes, I didn't say it in the game. You can't use an analogy where you're talking about in game. I'm talking about on the game, on video games, like playing video games. You're on the game. Like Like when we play
Okay.
Marvel
Oh,
Rivals.
when you mean
That's
you're
what I'm
like
talking
just
about.
speaking, like just talking out loud?
No, not speaking, just on the game. Like you're on the game. But
Okay,
I'm giving
okay.
you this example, so I'll change it. So here,
Yeah,
when you're talking to people on the game,
yeah.
sometimes people can say things. Let's say somebody comes up to me and says, "Shut up, bro. That's why your dad left you." If somebody says that to me, I know it's not true.
Yeah.
But imagine they said it to somebody who it does apply to. Does that make sense? It's like there's no talking about. You can't.
Did you
you
feel
can't
that
say,
it applied to?
No, I didn't feel like it applied to me. But why would you even say those kind of things about
It just
me?
felt directed towards you.
It felt it's not even that it felt
But why
directed.
did it
Gemma,
feel
your literal
directed
words,
towards you if it didn't apply to you?
because your literal words, it felt what you were saying was directed towards me. Because your words was, my TikTok title is literally anti Jeff and Spidey, and I have both on my team. That's how you know I'm fucking irritated. Then you said,
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah,
hate
Gemma,
Jeff
you do
and
understand
Spidey
that
paper.
perspective, right?
Like I said, yeah. And hold on, let me finish. And then you
Yeah,
said,
of course.
I hate Jeff and Spidey players as people. Then you said, I think if you
Nigga
don't
said to
play,
pop my
if you play
old.
Jeff and Spidey and
What?
you don't
Bro.
switch, you are the worst kind of human being on the planet or something. I don't remember the exact word if you said on in the world or on the planet. And then you started going into, I don't think you brush your teeth twice a day. I don't think you
Now, she was
help a
frying.
grandma across the
She
street.
was frying y'all
I
niggas.
don't think you have a girlfriend. I guarantee you failed in life. I bet you failed every single driver's license test, school test. You understand what I'm saying? It's like,
Sound like
those
some
are
real nigga shit
all
to me, though.
statements made towards a person, something that I wouldn't do, and by definition, that's hate speech. And you're being that was a toxic statement. There's no getting around the fact that it was a toxic statement. I understand Zeno has said things like that.
Yeah,
you may think that I have said things like that, but I don't talk about people
Do you think that, just to bring it back, you're kind of saying that I said a toxic statement, sure, but you did too by saying you're going to obliterate Jeff's whole family, whether or not you meant it as his actual family, the player's family, or the actual character's family. That is a toxic statement.
Yeah, but to
obliterate someone's entire family.
Two things can also be true, though. Just because
he made the initial video because he believes that I said a toxic statement that needs to be outed to the world. But you said that a very similar toxic statement.
So you find it
I don't think that's very
hypocritical.
I see what you're saying. I can see how you think that's hypocritical, but what I'm trying to get you to understand, it lines up with my content. I have clips. When I had Angela early access, the first thing I did was get on and figure out a way to hang Jeff with my ult. Like, this is nothing new. I've been finding creative ways to solo ult Jeff.
For sure. Do you know that the definition of hate speech, like murdering, obliterating a family and hanging, falls under that definition, but saying you don't have a girlfriend and you fail a test does not. It does not fall under the definition of hate speech.
Okay. The definition of hate speech is
I can
abusive.
agree. I can agree that you and I took what each other's content said in a negative light, like, oh, it was toxic. Like, obviously, I thought you were being sexist in game. We've covered all that.
Nigga said I'm meat riding myself.
But
how?
When it comes down to the root of what I said, saying someone doesn't cross the street or they fail at life, that's just like my opinion. That's not. I don't think that's murderous.
Okay.
That's intent versus.
Yeah, so
not.
the reason I took what you personally was because, like you just said, you assume that since I'm in a diamond or whatever low GM game, that since I clicked Jeff and did not have Lord, you assumed I was throwing. Therefore, you assumed that I was one of the throwers that you were then referring to when you stated that you don't like throwers, meaning you were directly relating to me. And it's not even like, let's say that without that context, right, of you thinking that I was a thrower. And saying what you said about me.
I said I assumed you were, but I changed my mind after the game because we won, so it wasn't a big deal.
You said, but the thing is, Gemma, before we won the game, you said what you said, and at the same time, you said after I said young lady, you assumed that I was sexist and a thrower. Those are words that you said. So my point is, what I'm saying is that you're saying that's how you felt about me. Oh, and then even if you didn't include the fact that you thought that I was throwing or that I was a thrower and sexist, it doesn't matter because you literally said that you had both on your team. That's how you know you're irritated. And then you said that you hate them as people. So it's like you're directly relating that to the person on your team who is me. Does that make sense?
But do you admit that I didn't know you before and during that game?
Absolutely.
So how can I speak on your character? How?
Gemma,
I didn't know you.
I'm not offended. I'm not offended because you said things because they're not true. They're not true statements about me. What I'm
So if
offended
they're
about is the
not
fact that you
true-
said it as a streamer to me, knowing I was another streamer. I know you said you
I
didn't know me,
didn't
but
say
you were
it to
aware.
you. I didn't say it to you.
Okay,
I
you
said
didn't say
it
to me,
in
you
my
said it about me.
stream as content. I did not say it to you in game. I
As
didn't
content.
personally attack you.
Okay. So
I didn't know you. I didn't speak on your character, and I did not personally attack you. I didn't say it in game to you. I said it to my stream. You came into my stream and you took something I was saying for content, speaking as hyperbole, over exaggerating, as personal. And I'm asking why. Why would you
Because
take
you were
something
directly
personal?
speaking
It was.
about me.
I wasn't directly speaking to you.
you weren't. No,
It
I
was-
didn't say you were
it-
speaking to me. You were speaking about me, Gemma. You said, "Listen, like,
Wasn't
like
there-
I
yeah.
think
I
there's
was
a- I think there's a
speaking about
misunderstanding.
Jeff's and Spidey's that don't switch. You
Okay.
didn't switch, but we won the game. So in general, I'm talking about the throwers that I'm mad at. Why would I be mad at you? I muted you, and GG went next right away.
Did we win the game before you said that?
No, we won the round.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying. So let me ask you this, right? You think that because you didn't know me and because we won, that classified me as not throwing. But the thing is, you said it before, for one, the game was finished. Because let's be realistic. We could have won that first round by straight luck. And I've won 5v6s, 4v6s, 3v6s, right? Being down an entire player, having one person sitting in spawn on Black Widow.
Yo,
But my
chat,
thing is,
we're low-key going in
you
circles, are we
assume
not? Like,
that
I'm low-key
I-
falling asleep. I feel like I'm getting hit
was a
with
thrower, okay?
hypnosis.
And then you
kinda
directly
going in
started
circles,
talking
no?
about throwers. 'Cause
These are
We're sitting here.
You
having
said
a
if you could go
conversation.
back. Yeah, exactly.
Let me interject real
So
quick.
it was
That
a
was
false claim.
Let me speak real quick. So just to make sure we stay on track, I feel like we're going in circles. Let's just to make sure we understand. If we ask the right questions, we make the right everything. Your end goal, Gemma, is to strictly understand why the first video was made, correct?
Yeah,
Because you expressed that
he's saying yeah.
you already expressed that you wanted to know why he made the video. He stated he made the video. What was your reasoning? Sorry, AJ, for making the video.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to. Did he took it personally? Does he still feel like I was talking personally about him after I've explained I don't know him, didn't know his character. I wasn't even speaking to him. I was speaking in my stream, making content, saying hyperbole. I rage a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
genuinely
I
trying
wanna
to find
know
out why
exactly
the
what
video
his
was
reasoning
made.
Because
Yeah.
We've already established.
Go ahead.
That. I understand that wasn't your intention, but Gemma, we're talking about the emotions in the moment, and you're asking me why the video was made. That was how I was feeling at the time, and I feel
Okay.
like when I say that, that's how I was feeling at the time. You're taking that as if I'm talking about now. Does that make sense?
No,
That's-
I'm not. I'm talking about why the video was made, how we were feeling in that moment. I felt that you were a sexist throwing my game. You
Okay, and
felt
I
that I
felt-
was personally attacking you, but I'm trying to figure out why you think I was personally attacking you. If everything I said it didn't reflect on you because you have a girlfriend, you do brush your teeth, you're very intelligent, and you weren't throwing my game, and I didn't even say it to you.
So Gemma, let me
Right.
explain.
So why would
let me
you
explain this
take
real
it
quick.
personally?
It wasn't. I don't think. Okay. The reason why somebody could potentially take that personally, whether it's true or not, is because from the perspective, regardless of how you meant it, if you didn't mean it, if it was hyperbole, it was indirectly targeted. Indirect meaning whether or not you chose to direct it. Indirectly, it was targeted.
Indirect,
because
yeah.
you did have a Jeff that didn't switch. Whether or not he was a thrower, he fit enough
Yeah.
of the qualifications under those list of
And
insults.
I
for him to be upset.
sadly took at the time him
Yeah.
screaming young lady at me in game as directly sexist.
That's what I'm saying. That's why both sides are completely justified.
So my ranting in game was more of
Yeah.
a response.
and that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. But that's what I'm saying. We keep going in circles about it when we already know one side. You already apologized, right? Whether or not it was indirectly, you apologize if he felt that way or anybody that you spoke about felt that way. You already apologized for those list of insults because you didn't mean it directly to the players. Like you said, it was strictly for content. As well as AJ, he at the time, like he said, felt as if it was indirectly targeted towards him because
And
he was
I wanna say-
there.
Zeno,
But
sorry
do you
for interrupting,
believe?
if you don't mind
just-
me
no,
do
you're
you
good, you're
believe
good.
that AJ? Do you believe that I genuinely want to know? Do you believe that I wasn't directly targeting you, because I don't think I'm a terrible human being, and I genuinely would never say that about a specific person. Like, I don't think, like, if we're chatting right now on a call, like, I would never say that, like, you fail.
Person, right?
Okay.
No,
Like,
never. Like, I would never.
yeah.
I would never. Do you actually believe like that? Like, just, I know that's how you felt at the time, but right now, do you actually believe that I mean those things about you? Like, do you still take offense to those things?
No, I don't think you mean those things about me. Absolutely not.
exactly.
Because first of all, I want to say it's not true. Second of all, you know it's not true. So how could you mean something that you know is not true unless you're lying to yourself? You know what I mean? You know I have a girlfriend. You know I brush my teeth. You know I'm intelligent. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't apply to me. But my point is, Gemma, what you said, word for word, right? It's like, I think I want you to understand all I'm saying, right? You're saying that you didn't directly, it wasn't directed towards me. But the thing is, even Zeno saying indirectly, when you say,
we're saying that I didn't direct it towards you, but you took it as directed towards you.
Because
I understand.
But Gemma, your literal words were that you have both on your team, so you're irritated, and then right after that, you follow up by saying, "I hate
with
Jeff
the generalization." With the generalization.
Like, okay, you're generalizing it, but what sparked that generalization? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that I had another Jeff and Spidey. But it doesn't mean I was talking about the ones on my team. I was speaking in general. But
you said all, like, you generalized them, meaning that it directly applies to me.
Did.
And I'm the one that sparked that feeling.
No, it doesn't directly apply to you. We've just established that. Because you have a girlfriend, because you weren't throwing.
Yeah. Gemma, you can understand.
We just established it didn't directly apply to you. Indirectly, sure. Yeah. But we just established that it didn't directly apply to you.
But you could understand his perspective in whether he felt it as indirect or direct.
I can. I have said that I understand that he took it on personally. I get it.
Yeah. And you already apologized. You already said, like,
for sure.
If he took it that
and
way, because I felt like that was
moving,
most important.
Yeah, and then just moving on, like, a step forward with the video obviously being made, and obviously it went viral and whatnot. Do you at this point believe that the video started like a bandwagon on me?
I think it started a bandwagon, but I can't control whether or not how people reply to my video. All I can do is present the facts and what was on there. So I understand you feel like me calling you a toxic streamer was not a true statement. Okay. And I think,
but you also think that it wasn't a true statement now.
No. I said that now.
You don't think I'm a toxic streamer.
I don't think you're a toxic streamer anymore, because I could, just like you felt, now, just like I want to say, pause.
I'm just
like you felt that I was sexist and misogynistic. I'm able to have a different understanding, because that's the point of this conversation.
For sure. We both have different perspectives now.
Yeah.
So my point is,
and I totally take back calling you a sexist. I don't think you are. I mean,
W500 bits.
But I'm just
W500 bits from enemies. Appreciate you, boy.
When you say, sorry, what did you say again? That I don't want to misquote. You made the video because you saw a toxic streamer.
Yeah, like I saw you.
I just want you to clarify that you. Yeah. Like in the past.
In the past, and in the moment the interaction that I had with you, it's like you're able to have. Look, I have this moral. It's one of my morals. It's just how I move, right? Let's say somebody's been outlawed from the community, and if it's not something crazy, if they just done something kind of silly or whatever it is, and people don't like them, I'm willing to give that person one chance with me, because I'm not gonna just immediately assume that they're a terrible human being. Pass judgment, right? So I hear it's you. You know, I've heard things. I've seen a couple clips, but I'm not directly applying that to you, and I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. And then you and I have that toxic interaction, and it's like, okay, so what everybody says about her is true, or not? I can't say everybody, but make sure. I don't want to talk over you. I don't.
Yeah, that's fair. What's it called? From here on, if y'all could, if y'all could just make sure to interject before speaking on top, that'd be great. But yeah, go ahead.
Can I speak right now?
Yeah, go ahead. That's all.
I do feel like I've asked a lot of questions here and listened quite a lot. Do you feel that I'm speaking over you? I haven't even given a single
a little bit. I feel like I keep getting cut off, but I mean it's
it's been happening. It's been happening a bit more both sides, like ever so often, but there is a good bit of cutting off Yeah.
I'm so sorry. If there is something you're saying in a thought process,
apologies.
and I want to interject and change it or interject and
Kingbot trying
add,
to be
how would
number
you
one
like me to go
gifted.
about doing that?
Last time we went back
just
and
say, "May I
forth, it didn't
interject?"
work.
That's fine. Or can I say something? Just so I know that
you
you're
let
about
me
to say
have
speak,
this?
because then I'll lose my train of thought and then you get distracted. So I want to make sure we stay on topic.
Okay.
Yo,
We
chill.
can
No
go back to
bans
the
for
question
bans.
then.
No bans for
How
bans.
did you
No
think
bans
it
for
would make me
bans.
feel making
No
the
bans for
video?
bans.
But like I said,
Zeno, mute up, you
I
tired?
don't think thinking back. I don't think I
Zeno, stop with that
Really,
bedroom
like,
voice.
thought about
that-
how it would make
with
me
that
feel.
man.
I
Let me chill.
in my opinion,
That's crazy.
I was annoyed at the situation, and I found, like I said, I thought you were a toxic streamer, so I posted the video that I posted.
Chat, who hyped
with
for the
us
girlfriend
having a
stream tomorrow?
conversation, just like you don't believe that I'm sexist and misogynistic, I don't
Girlfriend
believe
stream
that you
tomorrow.
are a toxic streamer. And I would, like I said, I was willing to go into this conversation and change that. And
W50 bits from animes.
okay, like obviously this isn't happening, but I came into this conversation after our first conversation with
That
the
nigga said
preface
chill,
that I
bro.
felt like you weren't as toxic as I believed you to be,
Bro,
and I
just
want to
vibe
hear more
out.
of your side. But if you came in here and said something toxic,
Nigga said I
that
got
would
nothing better to
immediately
do.
change how I felt, and then therefore you would be labeled as a toxic streamer again, which I'm not saying is happening right now, but that's what I meant. Like I came into this with the willingness to unlabel you as that in my head. Does that make sense?
As
Like-
did I.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, when I made that video, I truly did feel like you were a toxic streamer, and I felt that as if the things that you were saying were not cool, and I posted it, and
Can I add?
yeah. Go ahead.
You felt they weren't cool because you took personal offense to it, correct?
Partly, and I just feel like that's a statement that partners, content creators in general shouldn't be making about people discriminating against someone for the character that they play and saying that they.
You called
Are-
yourself a Jeff racist.
Yeah, I call myself a Jeff.
Are we
racist.
really
Like,
going to
I
say
hate the Jeff-
discriminating a character?
No. Discriminating against Gemma. I think a big issue here is I'm telling you that we're talking about
Yo,
There's also a video of
W
you saying
King
that
Bob
no
with
more
the
should
100
unalive
bits.
themselves.
when
King
did I
Bob, bro,
ever say that?
stand down, soldier.
I did see that.
No ban for
I'll
ban. No
find
ban
it,
for ban.
but
No
there
ban
is
for
a
ban.
video of you
No ban for
saying,
ban.
I hate Nemours, they should all unalive themselves.
I don't know what that meant.
Someone find it for me.
Okay, so
I'm
yeah.
just saying, if you believe that a partner shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff, but I'm not here to attack you genuinely, and I think like I genuinely want to get to know you and your side, and I'm here just to clarify the facts that you can't accuse me and saying a partner shouldn't be saying that stuff when you've said that stuff.
Okay, so I understand your angle and your point here.
It's not an angle. I'm repeating what you've said.
Right. So you think that talking about a character. So for example, I'm sure you've seen those montages and stuff where people solo old Squirrel Girl and things like that.
People
Would
rage
you
about
put that
characters all the
as-
time.
Right. So I'll give you a perfect example. There's a content creator. I'm not exactly sure what his name is, but every time he gets early access, he goes, "This character is unbelievable." And then he goes and he rants and he says, "She can 2-tap from this range,
I
do
know that
this,
guy.
this and that."
I know that guy.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
I think his name is Golden Soul. I've seen his content for a long
Yeah.
time. So would you say that he is inherently speaking about people
No, I think he's making content. I wouldn't take it
On those-
personally. No,
on those characters, right?
I
So
wouldn't take it personally.
okay. Now, when you imagine he said things about those people, do you understand what I'm saying? I just feel like there's a difference between talking
but
about.
I think we're getting into the semantics there because we've already established that I don't know the people, so I wasn't talking directly about the people.
Before I assume,
I
what you
think-
mean,
I think- I
give
think
me your
he does
exact
take-
definition of the bandwagon. Give me the exact definition of the bandwagon.
I don't think
exactly
it's
what you're
about an
talking
exact
about here.
definition. I think it's your video went viral. 500,000 people saw it. 20,000 of them thought, oh my God, she's so toxic. They didn't think about the don't switch part because you didn't focus on that part in the video. They thought, I hate her. And then a bunch of them, thousands of them, tens of thousands of them have spent every day from that point coming into my chat, insulting me, berating me, and then other content creators even watched your video, decided to look in their camera and record content hating about me purely based off their experience of me because of your video. They didn't have any other experience of me. I didn't even have a chance to show people what I am because I haven't had a viral video yet on TikTok. The first viral video of me is so damaging, in my opinion.
Okay.
And you said earlier that you made it, that you didn't think how that would make me feel.
Gemma, if you don't mind if I pitch in here. And AJ, do you believe that you should take any amount of accountability or responsibility in, I wouldn't say that happening, but in general, it happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, whether or not you obviously, we all know it's the internet. You can't control nobody. It's life. You know what I'm saying? Which is why nobody can hold you fully accountable at all. But do you take any amount of accountability towards like how things unfolded, and could you see how like it started with your video and it unfolded through there? Because like I said,
absolutely.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
It absolutely started with my video. That's the fact. Like my video was the first, but it continuing from there on and there on out.
How do you feel?
How do I feel about what?
That your video sparked a witch hunt bandwagon on me for 2 months. That's been giving me a lot of mental stress and anxiety.
I'm disappointed in the Marvel Rivals community. Like I said, that that's terrible. But like I said, if you even took any time past, and you don't owe me this, but if you even took any time to, I don't know, watch my VODs, anybody that came in talked about you disrespectfully, like if there's a way to find ban logs.
Are you sorry at all for the way it's happened and laid out because of your video? Do you take any accountability for how it made me feel, for how it's been detrimental to my career and my future?
Yeah, like I'm sorry about how you feel, but like I said, there's only so much.
You can't say I'm sorry, but like I'm genuinely asking you from the bottom of my heart for an apology for how the video has been snowballed through the internet. We can't just say I'm sorry, but like I'm literally telling you that it has given me 2 months of the most insane turmoil of my entire existence. And you say I'm sorry, but?
Yeah, like I said,
you said when you made the video, you didn't think about how it would make me feel. And here I am telling you how it made me feel. Right.
So what I'm saying is that I'm disappointed in how the video was interpreted. I don't think I did anything wrong with posting that. There was I didn't not include any context. That is just the internet taking it the way that they took it.
See, so if you don't think you did anything wrong in posting it, you have since said to me that, to get this straight, that you took it personally. You now don't believe that I was talking about those things to you. You don't think that I was saying it directly to you because I didn't know you. I didn't know what you look like. I didn't know anything about you. You said you took it personally after the game. You said that if you could go back and you could change the title now, you would say a toxic statement instead of a toxic streamer. So not even you believe what's written on the video. And on top of that, you didn't think how it would make me feel. You didn't think how this would affect another content creator. And you've said that you can see how it started a bandwagon. And now you're going to say that you don't regret, you're not sorry for posting the video, but you've just backtracked on 5 things from posting the video? You've just conceded in 5 different statements of why the video is incorrect.
So, like I said, going into this conversation, I was willing to change my mindset and how we're starting this conversation. That's how I felt at the time. But like I said, as this conversation goes on, that may change, right? So if you were to come in this call with me, that's how I felt before after we had our first conversation, and the conversation we're having now, I feel as if I'm willing to understand your side. And I think currently in the moment, like I said at the time, that if I could change the title for the video, it would be a streamer who made a toxic statement, because I know your intention. But
You've
the thing is, it doesn't change what you said.
You just keep repeating what I said, what you just said. I've stated those 5 things together to show you that you.
Hold on, do I step in? Do I step in? She kind of cut him off though. Do I step in? Hold on. I want to.
know. We know. We've all heard
Chat.
it. We've all been here for 2 hours.
Watch
We've all
that.
seen all the footage. We know what I said.
Is it
We
too
know
late?
what you just said.
It's too late. It's too late, though.
I'm asking you.
Y'all got to type faster than
How
that.
do you think that... Like,
Mediator?
how do you feel...
Fuck.
What do you
Koro
think of
Matsu
my
Kami
feelings on the
Jutsu?
situation? How do you feel about the situation that we've ended up here
Koro Matsu
from a
Kami.
video that you've agreed on 5 different points essentially should be changed or should not have been made? Because there's 5 different things wrong with it.
For one, I don't think the video should not have been made. I don't agree with that. And
But you've
like I
just
told you
conceded
before-
saying it doesn't have factual information on the screen. It doesn't emphasize the point that I said don't switch. You're upset about how the community has interpreted it. You've upset about how the other content creators have been using it. You didn't think about how it would make me feel at the time. You would now, but you didn't think at the time. And you said you do feel like upset that it has started a bandwagon.
Is she cooking?
So how can you say that
Is she cooking?
you don't
Hold on.
regret making
It's
the
kind of
video?
making
I'm
sense,
so
though.
confused.
It's kind of making
Because-
sense.
Gemma, I did exactly what I do with my other content
Hold on.
when I post toxicity. Things that
But
I
you-
find toxic. When
No,
I,
but
listen,
you
She
just
is- I think
admitted
she's
you
cooking.
don't think
Please
I'm
stop.
toxic. You put lies in the you well not lies, but
okay.
you've backtracked on what you're saying. But you're saying that you don't. You're
Gemma, you gotta let me
saying
speak.
I
You
don't.
gotta let
I
me-
don't. I know, but I just want you to respond to what I'm saying, please. Please.
Yeah. Give him like
Okay, Gemma,
60
you're
seconds.
giving me like 2 words and you're not letting me respond. Just let me finish what I'm saying. So you
Oh
can understand
shit!
the full picture,
Now let me
right?
tell
Sure.
you.
So-
Let me tell
so
you.
you're saying that I'm backtracking and everything. And my point is that if I posted, you're asking me how I felt.
Now,
But
how you
then-
feel now?
Nigga said that nigga
I
needs
asked you how you feel
surrender.
now,
How I
and you
feel
said you're
now?
very disappointed in the community. Yes,
That's exactly how I feel.
but you
I'm
still
disappointed in the
think
community.
you started this by saying I don't regret making the video, but you've given me 5 things that you regret about the video. You said the title's
said
wrong. You
I
said it
don't
was
regret-
wrong to tag me. You said you took it personally and you don't think it was personal now. And you said I'm
So
just
first of
giving
all-
the
first of
facts and
all-
laying them out for everyone.
Yeah, I
So-
get what you mean.
Okay, so I didn't say I regretted tagging you.
Gotta let that nigga breathe.
Oh.
though.
I don't-
Yeah,
So
I
why
get
did you
I said
tag
that.
me again? Oh, I don't think we covered that.
Chat, was that tough?
Can
No,
we
I
can we
tagged
Was that
side
tough?
quest?
Was that good defense?
I tagged you because you're the person.
Zeno,
in the
quit
video
being friendly?
responsible for the actions that
Do I
were
rip the
taken.
tie off? Do
It's
I?
your face, it's your
Let's
face,
go crazy.
It's you.
Did you want people
WD?
to click on
Was
my
it tough?
tag?
Alright, bro. If she cut you off too, you gonna take that? Yo, you can't
I
influence me.
posted you. Like your name is all over
Over
the
the top?
screen. Like context given or context not given, like you're the one there on the video. Like the tag doesn't change anything. So
Yo,
like I said, Gemma, we're going into this conversation. I am able to, in the moment, like I said, let's say this conversation doesn't go
Can
well.
you answer the question before we move on?
What question did you ask? Repeat it one more
How
time,
you
please.
feel about making the video after conceding to 5 things about the video?
I what do you mean? How do I feel? I feel like I'm
You said-
disappointed that they took the video the way it was taken by the community. That wasn't my intention with the video, but that it is what it is. Like I'm that wasn't my intention. I can't control.
So what was your intention with the video again?
To post the toxicity, that's the interaction that I found toxic from you, who I deemed as a toxic streamer at the time.
And you don't deem me as a toxic streamer anymore.
Not when we had a first conversation, because I see your angle and I see why you were defensive.
And if you don't deem me as a toxic streamer, which is what it says in the video, then you don't support what's in the video, correct?
ooh.
Okay, I see what you're trying to do here.
Whoa, hold on! She looking at him with a
was
whoa.
made, and I just told you that I still think, regardless of whether or not I could change the caption or not, it's still, the video stays the exact same except for the caption. At the time, I deem it's not fair to say, oh, you're backtracking. I'm allowed to backtrack, because imagine that you were still standing on the fact that you thought I was sexist and misogynistic. My point here is that you were toxic at the time. I saw you as toxic, and now we're having a conversation. I don't see you as toxic anymore. I don't see you as a toxic streamer, which means that it's therefore not the same level, or it's not as true. But what you said was a toxic statement. It's that simple.
So this brings me to my next thing that I want to pick your brain about what do you think about like the misogyny in the community and like how women are perceived in general? And do you agree with how they're perceived if it's negatively?
No, it's terrible, and I don't agree. And I'm gonna you know respond to that, and then I'm gonna piggyback directly off of what you're saying. So, no, I don't agree. I think women are treated terribly in the space. You know, I play comp with my girlfriend, and people get on her ass and say rude things to her, and obviously I defend her. And
oh, you play with her? I didn't know that. So
yeah,
you got like actual like literal context from in game of playing with a woman.
Absolutely, yeah. I play with women all the time. I play with women streamers. I play with my female friends. I play with.
Hold on, chat. Pick me up at speed.
I
was listening, but I wasn't listening. Y'all seen that hezzy?
I don't agree.
Y'all seen that hezzy shit?
But like I said, you posted a out of context clip, right, of a video of me called "Rage Baiting a Toxic VTuber."
Can I interject?
No, I would like to finish what I'm saying.
But we're still on the first video. I'm just talking about the first video.
Nah, bro, mute up.
Right. But then why did you just piggyback and talk about misogyny? Okay, know what?
Oh, shit.
Go ahead.
Because it relates. Sorry, it relates back to a question I have about the first video. I just want to know your opinion and views on misogyny in gaming. And you say you have direct experience with it.
Yeah, like I don't support that. Which is why I said, like, if you've watched any of my streams, I completely I police everything that I can. Like I said, and I don't allow that in my community. Everybody that comes in here and talks crap about you, I don't even read the chats out loud because it's my moral obligation to not read chats that I don't agree with.
And I respect that.
Yeah, like I said, so
making it's kind of a two-folded question because obviously there's that previous video you have with 1 million views that went viral with White Fox, right? I don't know who that girl is, but yeah. So that one went viral, and I took a look at the comments, and they were saying some heinous things about women. So that video went viral, and obviously it's viral. You can't police all the comments, but when making the video about me, you had direct experience with women's experiences of sexism in the game because of playing with your girlfriend, and you had direct experience with what a viral video does to the perception of a woman in video games because of your viral video about White Fox. So making the video, do you not feel, I don't know, how do you feel about those two correlating things?
Like I feel like toxicity is toxicity, and gender doesn't apply to this situation. If you're a toxic person, you're a toxic person. I don't think that there is a. Let me finish. I don't think there is a.
You just said there is a sexism problem in gaming.
There is a sexism problem, but that doesn't mean that I can't post about a toxic woman just because they're a woman. That is unfair to me, my platform, and toxicity in itself.
Nobody said you can't.
Okay, but that's what you're expecting. You're saying I saw what it did.
I'm expecting. Okay, I'm not expecting any. I haven't said my answer. I've just asked you questions. So don't say what I'm expecting, please.
Okay. Go ahead.
Knowing what you know about women in the community and knowing how they're treated in the community and making your video, do you think that there is, knowing how sexist the community can be, do you think that there is really no moral obligation to think twice before posting a hate video about a woman in gaming, especially another content creator in your gaming space? Do you think there was like zero obligation to just think about it a step ahead for the bigger picture, like the bigger picture of misogyny in gaming?
Okay, before I answer that question, let me ask you this. And I'm going to directly relate this. If a black man, now knowing that racism is a big problem in gaming, if a black man gets a video posted about him, is it a moral obligation? And the black man is being extremely toxic. Is it a moral obligation for the person posting the video to consider how the community might respond and how they might be racist to this person?
That's a great question. And I do think racism is a big problem in game, but I don't think the community, I don't know, maybe this is a question for like, I don't know if it's the same thing, because
it's discrimination,
the racism, it is discrimination, but the racism that they give in game isn't like about the game. Like, we're automatically assumed to be shit at the game. We're automatically assumed to go and support them to get kills. We're automatically assumed to shut up and go to the kitchen. I don't think the racism is just obviously idiots, like absolute idiots being racist, but I don't think it's got to do with how they play the game. But in your experience, are people racist and say you can't play the game because you're black?
Absolutely. I've heard get off the game, go pick some cotton boy. I've heard, are you able to even touch that keyboard with those monkey fingers?
Apparently there's a new wave of people who are,
that makes so much sense.
Like you know what I mean? So it's like, hold on, wait, let me finish real quick. I want to finish what I'm saying. So Gemma, I feel like it's
that makes sense. What that mean? Hold on.
Minimize
what that mean?
Because
I want to clarify. I'm not downplaying racism. This is to support an argument. Why is everybody saying I'm downplaying racism?
What type of sense that mean?
I just want you to agree that you have the same experience as women in game regarding to your racism as I do with sexism.
What that mean?
A second. I'm seeing a lot of disregarding racism. Hold up. No
Turn
way.
off clips, Jay. Turn off clips.
Agreed
Turn off clips.
that you get the same treatment as I do. So not only do you play a game with your girlfriend who gets it, but you feel it yourself in your heart of hearts. Because you're saying it's the same thing.
Okay, right.
So you feel that.
Are we power skill
and when I left that game and I said you were being sexist or whatever, which is incorrect now, I can tell you're not being sexist. Like, I can tell now that I know you and actually had a conversation with you. Like, I will fully take back that I said that, and I apologize for saying that to you. But at the time when you said young lady, right between that game when I was raging about them, I thought you were a sexist. And I really freaking hate sexist, as I'm sure you hate racists, and I hate racists too. I defend other people every day when people are racist.
And I will say, I stood on...
Can I just finish my point? My point?
Yeah, my fault. I didn't mean to interrupt.
To bring that back to the question at hand is like the moral obligation of like reporting on the sexism when you firsthand have experienced through your girlfriend, experienced through your previous viral post about a woman, and experience in relating it to your experience with racism.
Okay, so I understand. So let me ask you this, right? Did you...
Can you answer my question and not answer it with another question, please?
Oh, damn.
I'm not going to do that here because this is...
You don't want to answer my question.
Wait, no, pause. This is going to directly answer your question.
Oh,
or just go ahead and go ahead and go ahead and repeat your question.
Yeah, one more time, please.
Repeat your
question. Do you think you had a moral obligation when posting a video about a woman in a negative light? Do you think that, knowing now what you know, that you wouldn't have posted it, seeing my side that I thought you were sexist, based off the fact that you've had direct experiences playing with your girlfriend and sexism, direct experience that you've related with racism back to how we feel with sexism, and direct experience with your previous viral video and how that woman got treated in your comments, which are still up. Do you think there's a moral obligation with all these things that maybe there's a chance, like maybe you shouldn't have posted the video? Like, I'm trying to see where you're at now. What you think about it, knowing all the facts now.
Knowing all the facts now, that is not where I stand. Like I said, the reason I wanted to piggyback off of what you just said is because the first time that this entire situation happened with the Fox waifu VTuber, right? The video got 1 million views. I then made a video replying to the toxicity that she was receiving. And I said, that's not okay. I don't support that in my community.
Oh, did you? I haven't seen that video.
Absolutely, yeah. But the thing is, Gemma, wait, I just want to pause. Before I have said anything like that, no offense, but that shows how much like time and effort you put into really combing through the important facts and stuff like this, because anybody, like, this is the reason that you got the response you did when you called me misogynistic and sexist, is because anyone else that did any kind of research can go on my page and see that I fight against toxicity on a daily basis. I don't allow it in my community, saying, for your words, like you said, somebody asked you in your chat what was going on. You said there is another guy using my face, my likeness, and my content on his TikTok to go viral so that all the other sexist haters can hate on another woman in video games. So you are like genuinely painting the picture that I am a sexist misogynist without even doing the due diligence to go look at my TikTok page and see that I fight against it.
AJ?
Hold on, let me finish.
You painted the picture that I was a toxic streamer, and you've already said that I'm not. So you incorrectly painted me as well. I would just like to confirm. We both have apologized for incorrectly. I've apologized for calling you a sexist. I don't think you are anymore.
Oh no, you got to let him finish his
I'm gonna finish what I was saying.
and then we'll one at a
So my point is, in the first video, the very first video, I want you to really think about this. Did you watch that video? Did you watch at least the first 15 to 20 seconds of the video that you used where I was rage baiting the toxic VTuber? Did you watch that?
I watched the video. No,
Okay,
I didn't. Wait,
so-
sorry. Are you asking me when I watched the video?
No, did you watch it?
I've watched it now, yeah.
Okay, so since you watched that video, you would see in the first 15 seconds of the video, I said my team was being disrespectful. The entire VOD is up on my Twitch. It's a highlight, right? And because she was running around saying I was highly editing the footage. There was no highly edited footages. I put the exact highlight of the game up on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
Then in the beginning of the video, I was defending her because my teammates were making fun of her about something. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I told them, I said, hey guys, I'm not going to tolerate the disrespect towards the women on my team. So please cut that shit out. Let's just win this game. Let's keep the vibes up. Let's keep it positive. Those words came out of my mouth. Why was it just conveniently not there? That is an important, because if you would have left that in your original tweet where you were using this clip, that would have immediately killed all credibility of me being sexist and misogynistic. Because why the fuck would a sexist misogynist say, I'm not going to tolerate the disrespect towards women on my team? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like you're not even.
Can I answer?
I'm not done yet.
I
feel like.
But you asked me a question and you're just screaming at me.
Go ahead.
I would like to answer.
Go ahead.
I hadn't seen that video. That tweet. I still thought you were being sexist because your video was still up and you made 3. I'm still talking about the original video and you haven't answered my question.
Well, you keep asking me the same question. I already answered.
I'm asking you, you haven't answered my question.
Well, okay. Repeat your question one more time. Let's see if I can give you the answer.
For the 3rd time, I'll ask the same question. Do you think you have a moral obligation that when making a video like this that you agree has misinformation in it, that you agree from your personal experience how I could feel sexist, and playing with your girlfriend, you understand how this community is to women in gaming, and from your experience relating it back to your own personal racism that you've received, how awful that feels, and also seeing the reaction of the community on that viral video about White Fox. Due to those 3 things, do you think you had a moral obligation when making this video?
No, I don't feel like I had a moral obligation when making this video. I already answered that question, and then I piggybacked off the fact that...
You didn't say no. You said you don't agree with sexism, and you went on a rant about how you made a video about White Fox afterwards because you don't agree with the sexism and misogyny, but where's my video?
I did answer that. And
no, you didn't say no. You said yes, you stand against misogyny because you made that video about her. Afterwards, you said yes, but you haven't fully agreed or disagreed whether or not you feel you have a moral obligation when making content like this.
No, Gemma, I don't feel like I have a moral obligation when making content like this because imagine.
Oh, well, buddy, I'm sorry. We've sat here for 2.5 hours already. Can I just have one more statement, please? If you don't believe you have a moral obligation as a content creator not to belittle another content creator, and you've agreed in your own words that you no longer believe that you initially believed I was toxic and your opinions have changed. You initially believed I was talking about you personally, but you know now that I wasn't talking about you personally. You are saying that video holds false accusations.
Gemma, as the further this conversation
and
goes
now,
on,
how can you say that you don't have a moral obligation?
You gotta let him
Gemma,
speak.
the more this
When you have
conversation
a
goes
video
on,
with this is one question, this is one whole question that has not been answered, and I've asked it 3 times. You saying you don't believe you have a moral obligation to
He's trying to
post
speak
a video
and to,
with
like,
false
finish his
things.
sentence. He said he felt like he didn't have a moral obligation.
I
and then
said
you cut him
no.
off.
I said no. I said it twice already. I don't believe that I have a moral obligation, and I need you to understand that when we go into this conversation, I'm allowed to change my mind.
Yeah.
Like I said that if you were to say something extremely toxic in this conversation, then I would then change my mind. Just like this conversation, like we're talking in circles. I'm trying to get you to understand that. I don't know. I can't even like.
So
it's
wait,
getting
so
to a
you
point where
don't. Sorry, because yeah, you're right. We are going in circles. So she asked you if you felt like you had a moral obligation. You said you said no. You feel like you yourself don't. Why is that? Why don't you feel like you have a moral obligation?
Because I'll give you the exact example. Like we related it to the racism and everything.
Yeah.
If I want to post about something that is toxic in general, I don't have a moral obligation to every single time I make a video. Everyone's aware. I shouldn't have to make 2 follow-up videos addressing the harassment and the narrative that is being painted. If the evidence and the proof is literally just like it's in the pudding. Like what you said is in the video with full context. It is not my fault that people decided to run after seeing the first 3 seconds of the video. I am not responsible for that. If I left that out of the video, we would be in a completely different place. If I just made it look like, no, let me finish, please. If I left that out, we would be in a completely different place because that would directly be leaving out context that you find important to saying that you're referring to throwers, right? But I didn't leave that out. We're doing a lot of what ifs that was not left out. Therefore, the videos, proof, it's literally there.
No, I don't agree with what you're saying. I don't agree. You
Whether or not you disagree, you gotta let him finish speaking.
But you're gonna go on about a different point, and I just want to clarify at this exact point. You can carry on, but this exact point
what
saying
do you
that
not agree with? I want to know what you don't agree with.
You said you didn't leave out what I said. Awesome. But we established earlier how important it is and how you think it's so important, like my timeline video, that I need to actually say the thing that is in the video because people see the clip and they run with it. You said that. So I said to you back, but that's exactly how I feel about your video. I feel like the way you've put the music, the sad, the very serious, newsy music, and the way you're looking at the camera like it's a very serious situation to report on, but your entire serious reporting completely misses out the part that says they don't switch, the ones that don't switch.
GEMMA,
so your whole video is framed around keeping that part out, and now you're saying, oh, well, it's there, it's in the clip.
Okay, GEMMA.
AJ, would you say it was framed around keeping that part out?
Absolutely not. It was not.
Yes, sir.
My point is, look, right? Let me just say,
go ahead.
Okay, framing someone like you have that malicious intent.
White gifted.
You're saying
that
I should have. GEMMA, I need you to understand. You're asking me to. What you're asking me to do is to pause right in the middle of you saying who don't switch, and then you want me to pause the video, freeze frame, get on there, do an instant replay like I'm ESPN, and go. She said who don't swap. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, continue the video. Back to you, and then I gotta continue it. I don't have to say it because it's in the video. You indirectly left out an important piece, that the fact that we were still in the game when the statement was made. When you say that it was after the game, that insinuates that you were talking to your chat, then I went into your stream to harass you and find out what you were saying about me, which is not true. Therefore, skewing the public opinion. Let me please let me finish. If you
came into my stream to find out what I was saying about you, and then you took it personally.
I knew what you were saying. I was told by my chat.
But you just said you didn't. You said it's wrong that I said that you came into my stream. And
why are you niggas so mad?
I'm gonna interrupt if something is incorrect that you're saying.
We can't do that though. Regardless, I mean, if you feel like
but he can't be saying things that are incorrect. It's not that I feel. He did come into my stream and take something personally that I was saying.
Okay, if you guys can come to a mutual understanding of being able to stop someone in their sentence if it is false or incorrect, then that's one thing.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, if you,
I don't think that's respectful. So I'm not gonna interrupt her, even if there's something that she's saying that's not true. I'll just patiently wait, and if I'm gonna forget it, I feel like I'm gonna forget, I'll write it down, and I'll just be patient, and I'll wait until she finishes saying whatever she has to say, and then I'll debunk whatever I find is not true.
Gemma, can you agree?
I'm not interrupting. I'm feeling a bit offended right now that you're saying I'm interrupting. I'm correcting an incorrect statement being said about me.
Yeah,
okay,
by doing that, you are interrupting.
But when you are trying to correct the incorrect statement, you're interrupting me to correct the incorrect statement. I don't understand.
Yes, but how am I gonna stop you from saying it and quickly counter it, because people are gonna run with it?
That's the thing that you don't.
That's the whole problem with this entire situation. It needs to be stopped before it, like the incorrect information. We've agreed there's incorrect stuff in the video.
But the bigger
and people
picture
have ran with it.
The bigger picture is with Gemma, right? Is that this is what's been happening over and over. Is that people are taking one thing, running with it, going to another place, and then it restarts. The real issue is that we need to stop making this about everyone outside of this call. It's between y'all two. Whatever these people decide to take and run with is completely something we can't control, and it's not our business. You guys are in the VC to settle something between y'all two. Obviously, it's bigger. It's a bigger scale, realistically. But first things first, we have to settle things within the. We can't satisfy everybody. We can't cover all angles because it's how the internet works. So stick to what we can control, and that's at least common decency and respect. Interrupting someone, whether or not they're correct or incorrect, is still interruption, and I feel like we have to maintain that common decency between all of us. Everybody's doing their best to kind of remain within that circle. So whether or not, like he said, if you don't agree with like waiting or anything like that, then we have to find a middle ground, or we either just wait for someone to speak, because the interrupting, whether or not you think or feel or you're saying you're not doing that, that's the way it's coming off, and that's what's happening. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry if you feel offended. I'm not trying to come off that way at all. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But
I don't feel offended. I have been interrupting just to correct.
Exactly. That's
correct
what I'm saying.
things.
Yeah. And
just to make sure it's straight.
And we can't do that. He doesn't want to do that because he feels as if it's disrespectful. And I feel like respecting that is important when it comes to having a conversation like this. So if from now on we could just completely wait and just hear it out, whether or not it's incorrect, or like I said, ask to interrupt. I'm saying I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, but the whole point of this conversation was for us to come to a conclusion, and then we create a video where we disprove all of the claims that were made. We needed to come to a conclusion first. You still were on the internet berating me, my content, and my person for weeks. Why would I remove the video or even speak about it? First of all, you're saying I wasn't defending you against the content creators that were saying all kinds of things. Even right before you joined my stream, I was literally fucking screaming at my chats, explaining how you're not racist. You're not racist. I've made that very clear. People are calling you racist. You're not racist. At the time, I still believed you were toxic. So I'm not debunking that claim. Does that make sense? Sorry, that's a rhetorical question. Now we're debunking the fact that I don't believe you're as toxic as I believe you to be. And I actually think you are chill. You know what I mean? But we need to come to a conclusion first, and then we can make a video talking about this. But you're expecting me to delete the video and all to be done with. It's not going to stop. Okay, no, that's not fair. Actually, let me pause. That's not fair for me to say what you're expecting. I assume that you're expecting me to delete the video, and it's just going to cut the harassment and all the bandwagon videos, everything that already happened, because you're pleading me to delete a video that has already caused what it has caused, but that is not on me.
It's still causing it every day. There's new people every day.
Okay, so what do you think is going to happen?
Just today, Beth made another one. Every single day, there's new people.
Gemma, I need you to understand, first of all, this is one of the biggest situations on the internet. Your tweet got 1.3 million views. YouTubers that don't even cover Rivals are watching this entire situation between you and I. Like, this is bigger than Marvel Rivals. I've expressed this before, right? It's getting to a point where I feel like you're forgetting the fact that if we were to stop together, make a video, and disprove everything, the harassment and everything that you're experiencing would end. And if it doesn't end, because there's, like I said, and as a content creator,
this starts from having a conversation. This starts from seeing each other's point of view, and this starts with trying to make a change to help each other. You asked me, you said, are you willing to take down the 1.3 million view tweet? I said, absolutely, yes. If it's hurting you and you want me to take it down, absolutely. Why don't I have that same respect from you?
I didn't ask you.
You asked me if I would. You said,
"Are you would you take down the 1.3 million tweet?"
If I'm not asking me, would I?
You don't have to.
I said I would. Yes,
do the same?
I haven't taken it down yet. I said I would if you. Yes, I said I would if you would. Why are we on the semantics of would or?
If I may interject, rather. So Gemma 7 foot will not take down the video, and you disagree with that? You want him to take down the video? Because if he's not,
Zeno,
yeah, go ahead.
He stated that he doesn't agree with the thing written on the video. He doesn't fully agree with what is said in the video about me being toxic, and he doesn't agree with how it's bandwagoned, and he doesn't agree with how he took it personally initially. He doesn't agree with anything that made him make the video in the first place. So what is it that's keeping you from taking it down if you don't even agree with your own video?
My brand. I cannot delete
How is your
videos.
brand causing something that is harassing me, and I'm standing here saying it's harassing me? Please, will you take it down?
Gemma, I have to set a standard. If I delete a video just
A
because of
standard?
how
This is my life.
You gotta let him speak. I get what you're saying, but
I understand your frustration.
Allow him to
Brand.
explain himself.
You have to understand that this is one of those situations where if I truly didn't do anything wrong, why would I give in to this?
It's
like,
carry on.
That's like pleading guilty to a crime you didn't commit. I don't. I just told you what I'm willing to do. I called you a toxic streamer. We can have a conversation and backtrack that and post a video together debunking the claims where you called me sexist and misogynistic. You don't owe me, honestly, you don't owe me shit. You don't need to delete any tweets. You don't need to delete anything of you saying this, because this is on the internet. This conversation where you said you don't believe that I am what you said I was is here. If anybody with a brain decides to take that and...
Why do you believe it's pleading guilty? Why do you believe that? Because I've not said that. And we've discussed that if you don't agree with the misogyny, that would be the reason to take it down. And you can make a video about that and say why you took it down is because you don't believe that the community should be bandwagoning. You don't believe that the viewers should be misogynistic. No one has said that it's pleading guilty. We've said that we've both said things in the videos that we have made that are incorrect. We've said that today.
So you think that...
Why is it about being guilty? Do you think I'm getting you arrested?
No. I'm giving you an example. I said it's like that was an analogy, but it's okay.
Do you really feel like it's like it isn't a good thing for you to take it down against the misogyny I've been receiving? Don't you think that brand image is valuable?
Gemma, if it's disproved, why should it matter?
Because it's currently still causing harassment every single day with new videos coming out and new people finding it. That video is still getting views.
What do y'all think? Y'all think he should take down the video?
Still getting views?
Y'all think
why
he should
people
take
are
down the
still
video?
coming in and harassing?
Listen, we can't attest to why. We can't attest to why.
Because we haven't come to an agreement yet. This is the first time we've talked in the past second time we've talked in the past 2.5 months that this situation has been going on, right? And let me finish.
Yeah.
You are disappointed because the people are still coming in, but this is literally the solution. We have the resolution right here. This is it. This is the end game, right?
Why do y'all think?
Finally coming to a conclusion where we can finally get on the internet and disprove. How do you know? Unless like we got the time stone or something. How do you know that this won't stop the harassment? You and I having a conversation, me and you getting on here and agreeing that we don't agree with the things that we said about each other. So let's make a video posting and talking about all of the things that were said and that we don't agree with it anymore. But you want me to delete this video because of the misogyny and the bandwagon that started
directly affecting me every day still for the last 2 months and still continuing.
Right.
Yeah.
So think
nothing about admitting or blah blah blah. We're here to admit and move forward together and admit that I fucked up. I don't think you're a sexist anymore. I'm you know what I mean? Like we're here to actually chat it out. But I feel like we're at a wall. We're at a stop where you're saying that it's admitting guilt where nobody thinks that. We're admitting that the video is causing a bigger issue that neither of us intended or want. The bigger issue that other content creators are jumping on with misogynistic views and out of context stuff. The bigger issue that I'm being harassed every single day because of new people watching that video still today. There's a way bigger issue. And if you care about that harassment, if you care about, I'm just seeing it as a bit of a wall because this isn't about the contents of even the video. And it's just about the way it's being accepted by people watching it. It's framed in a certain way.
Why do y'all think they're both wrong?
And we've seen that over the last 2 months.
I'm seeing people
have gotten a lot of harassment for it. So if we've seen that, we see that it's being taken negatively and that's not your intent. We see that other content creators are jumping on and that's not your intent. And you don't stand with misogyny. Then I'm not seeing why. I'm not seeing why it needs to be. Is it the money? Is it the?
Oh shit.
Is it?
Oh shit.
I don't know
They're
why.
talking about the paint. They're talking about the paint now. They're talking about the paint.
To be fair, I don't feel like I owe you an explanation as to why I want to keep.
Then why are we having a
video.
conversation if you feel like you don't owe me any explanation, AJ?
I can explain literally everything.
Greater
Can you
resolution.
hold on, pause. Pause that.
Oh shit.
I said I don't owe you an explanation as to why I won't delete the video. That has nothing to do with the rest of the conversation we're having. I need you to stop taking my words and twisting them.
I'm not taking them and twisting them.
Okay. Okay.
Oh shit.
We're having a conversation. And I said that I don't feel like I owe you an explanation as to why I won't remove the video. We can literally talk about anything else, and I'm fine with explaining what my thought process was. But this specific thing, I don't feel like I owe you an explanation. I've made it clear before we even had this conversation. I told you what it was. I laid it out flat on the ground, like it's right there. The proof is in the pudding. I told you. I'm not going to delete the videos, but I told you I'm willing to get on our platforms together, create a collaboration post where we can talk about this. But you want the harassment.
And what would the collaboration post say? That you support the fact that the misogyny and the harassment I've been getting is terrible? Because I feel like if you don't delete the video, that's not in support of it. That given the context of how much harassment that video is still causing me. And given now that I know
girlfriend is his body pillow, by the way,
don't agree with some of the things in the video, and you don't agree with how people have run with the video, I can't move forward knowing that you're keeping it up for some arbitrary reason if you don't agree with the content in the video. And I'm asking you.
Nah, I'm his girlfriend.
To take it down because it's directly causing me pain, anguish, anxiety, and it's causing me damages to my career and my life. I can't understand. And you're saying that you're stonewalling us. We're at a wall because you're saying you're not going to give a reason.
Okay.
That's
so to my knowledge,
I already explained to you.
So to my knowledge,
ahead,
Gemma. Yeah, sorry. Gemma wants the video down. You're not going to take the video down. And now it's now that we can't, the video won't go down. She at least wants to know why. But obviously, you feel like you don't owe her that as much as that as an explanation. And obviously, that's not the entire point of the call. That's not the entire, because at the beginning, remember when I asked, "Hey, what are you expecting by the end of this?" Him taking down the video was nowhere near mentioned. So I feel like.
You're correct that wasn't the point of this video, but since we've had our conversation and things have come to light that he disagrees with things in the video and he disagrees with what the video is doing to me every day.
Yeah.
I can't believe he disagrees with them if he wants to keep the video up. I believe he's lying to me.
I'm not lying to you. I mean, if you believe that
yeah.
Gemma, if me deleting my video. Hold on.
If you're not in support of the misogyny I'm getting every day, delete the video. It seems so simple to me. If your video is directly hurting me, I'm a human being, AJ.
Right. I understand.
I'm a content creator, a fellow one in the same space that you are. Please, can you delete the video? It is causing me direct harm. Whether or not it was your intention, we've gone through that. Whether or not you agree with it, we've gone through that. The way you think about me now is different to what you think about me when you made the video. So take it down. I'm not understanding. And you said you're not giving me a reason.
Chat, taking down the video
to be fair,
is not
I tried
crazy.
to give you a reason, and I told you, like, this is my brand, this is my content, this is my art, this is my voice. But you interrupted me and said, like, oh, your brand is worth more than, like, you cut me off. I mean, I gave you my answer, and I'm honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm tired of getting cut off. I'm trying to give you my answer. So no, I don't feel like keep repeating myself. I told you what it was. I told you what was up. Like, I made it very clear. I said I don't want to delete the video because it's my voice, and you think that. Like, you cut me off. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I didn't feel like continuing to describe and explain how I felt. Like, I made it clear. Like, I'm not trying to be that guy, but this is the consequences. Like, I'm trying to keep this call respectful, but you continuously keep cutting me off, and it's like, it honestly feels like you don't have respect for the things I have to say, and you're belittling what I'm saying. Like, listen, I'll do you this decency, right? Let's postpone the whole video being deleted. Let's talk more about this at a later date off stream. I want time to make my official decision, Because right now you're begging me to make a decision.
Yeah.
Right now.
No. I'm begging you to think about it. I'm
Okay,
begging
yes,
you
I
to
will think about it. Yes,
Jenny,
I
I
will.
think that's probably a good idea to just. And I'm happy to have another conversation. I know you're busy with the days coming, so maybe it's good to have a bit of time. I'm happy to, of course, have another conversation and revisit remaking the content, because I genuinely respect you as a content creator. And I'm sorry if I've made you feel like I'm belittling you, because that's not my case here. That's not my intention at all. I would never want to make you feel like that.
W apologies.
I think for me, I'm just really trying to understand how, if we've disproved things in the video and we've said that you don't agree with the misogyny I'm getting. I'm looking. She
did say she would take down all the tweets.
And if you could just take this info and have a think back as to what like your brand could mean moving forward and how we could move forward as content creators in the same space.
Yeah, I'm disappointed that we couldn't come to a official conclusion. Judging that I am going to go on vacation this weekend, but I will be messaging you. And we could probably speak over the weekend.
Yo, chat, post game interview or what? Post game interview.
I'll leave you with one question.
Post game interview.
What is your question?
I don't want you to answer. I want you to take it home and think about it.
Oh shit.
Genuinely, just think about the question. Is your brand or public image right now, whatever the reason is for keeping the video up, is that more important than my mental health and my physical well-being?
That's the
question.
question.
You don't need to answer it now. It's just a takeaway about taking down the video. It's just to have a think about it when you've got time on vacation. I hope you enjoy your vacation. And
type 1 for her brand.
Type 2 for his demise.
Type 1 for his brand. Type 2 for her demise. 1 for his brand, 2 for her demise.
Like I said, I'm really grateful that we were able to sit down and have this conversation.
Ooh.
This will continue another day, another time. Maybe or maybe not on stream. We'll have to see. But yeah,
I've seen a lot of ones. You niggas are bad people.
We cleared up a couple things. I think this conversation, if I'm gonna let you know right now, I'm in a state where I can absolutely continue this conversation with you, as long as maybe like Zeno, maybe we even do a stage where we raise our hands or something, because it's getting to a point where it just feels like I can't even express my emotions about something. I'm telling you how I feel. It's not a fact. I'm telling you how I'm like receiving something that you've said, but you're taking it as if I'm saying that as a fact, and you feel the need to correct me. And then when you ask me a question, whether or not you can interrupt after I've been getting
Psycho, you're not joining the call, bro. Move around, bro. Move around.
The decency to speak.
Go ahead, move around.
And cut me off. Like this is
Can
not.
I say something?
Nigga saying I'm unreal.
Go ahead.
Move around, dude. I hate to break it to you.
The reason I expressed this earlier, halfway through this call, the reason I interrupted is because you were stating incorrect facts and I was just correcting them to make sure the story is straight. Do you feel like I was interrupting you to not let you speak?
Gemma, you weren't interrupting.
Why Psycho can't join? Because Psycho, where does Psycho fit into the timeline? Who is Psycho to be into the timeline?
To correct.
Where does Psycho fit into the timeline?
Please use the full quote.
If that nigga wants to make a video, he can make a video.
And make sure the correct information is going out so people don't misquote me, which is one of the biggest issues of this entire situation.
I don't know him.
Okay. So I understand.
You left out the word correct to correct.
Oh, okay. So what I'm trying to get you to understand.
That nigga pillow talking, bro. Stay on that side, bro. I don't know you, boy.
It's interruption, period. It doesn't matter the context. I'm not going to speak over you. I'm going to pause.
I'm not adding
This is not an argument. We're having a conversation. Okay? This is one of those things where if you feel
Psycho or girl,
stating incorrect facts is me expressing my emotions,
she is not getting in.
Maybe we shouldn't be having this conversation right now, because I'm telling you, if the words that I use is I feel as if what you said and you take that as a fact, this is completely skewed. Like this is not working. We're not communicating correctly right now, because I literally am saying this is how I took what you said. I'm just expressing myself and you're cutting me off before I can even finish what I'm saying. You're letting me get 3 words out. Whatever the 3 words that I say are, they put you in defense mode, and then you immediately want to cut me off and explain what you didn't even get the full story. I could have said this pizza, and then you could have been like, "Oh no, the pizza is really good." What do you mean? I was about to say this pizza is great. Why did you cut me off?
The fuck?
You understand what I'm saying? Like, you never even got to get the full picture of what I was trying to say without cutting me off. It's just, this has turned into a constant. We're not even communicating with each other anymore. It's just turning into an argument, and this is not what I want. We're having a meeting. This is a talk. Two civilized, mature people having a talk. That's it. If it's not that, then we need to continue this conversation at a later date.
Can I respond?
Go ahead. I'm done.
I don't feel like this is an argument. I feel like I've
W100
asked questions
bits!
and you've answered, and I've only interjected to correct the facts along the way. I feel like you're trying to maybe paint me as interrupting and disrespecting you, and I don't see that as the case.
It's a matter of perspective.
Okay, can I
I also
interrupt
feel
real
like
quick?
it's a. No, let me finish my piece, please.
Yeah. See what I'm saying?
I also feel
that's
that
what's happening to him. That's what it's exactly what's happening.
I also feel that you're deflecting our conversation by focusing on the interrupting.
Oh, sure.
Because it should just be like a correction. Okay, move on, carry on what you're saying. It shouldn't be that deep. Because it's just a correction.
I'm just saying.
I explained that I found that
she was
disrespectful
interrupting
on
the
having
whole
a conversation
train.
with you, and I'm
That's
trying to say what I want to say. I have a lot going on in my mind. I have ADHD. There's a lot, right? And when you interrupt me, I get distracted and I lose my train of thought. It's getting annoying. I'm starting to get overstimulated. It's too much going on. This conversation is frustrating me. And honestly, I told you how I am. If I'm frustrated on stream, I get off stream. I don't take my anger out on people. I'm frustrated. I don't want to continue a conversation where I might accidentally disrespect you, because that's not who I am as a person. I walk away from situations if I'm getting emotional, if I'm feeling heated, whatever it is. But you are literally saying that you're only interrupting me to get the facts straight. But you literally just interrupted me when I said it was a rhetorical question, and you interrupted me. You said, "Can I interrupt?" And I said, I don't have to say yes.
Why are we focusing on the interruption?
Because you're disrespectful. Okay, Zeno.
I said I apologize. I said that's not my intention, and I said I will keep interjecting to correct the story that is being said.
We've already established that.
I have to correct it.
Interjecting without permission is disrespectful to him. Yeah, like you said, it doesn't change that. And AJ, I completely understand if you feel like this is causing enough mental stress for you to just want to continue another time and kind of have a full reset to get to a more based and more less emotional conversation. That's completely up to you.
Yeah, we've assessed. We can move it on, and we can come back at a later date if that's better. I'm down. It has been lengthy.
we did make a good chunk of progress. In my opinion.
Oh, totally.
I feel like a lot is understood, especially perspective. What's good sense?
I wanna interrupt real quick.
Yeah.
We got to a point where I said we can continue the video being deleted at a later date. She agreed. We're gonna figure out that situation. We could talk about it more. Give me time to think about it, and then we continue the same conversation over and over and over. So we're not moving on. We're not moving on. I just told you. I just explained what it was. Okay, let's talk about this another time. Give me some time to think on it. You know what I mean? And then that's it. But instead, we kept staying on that.
We can leave it here. No, you didn't stay on that topic. You went on to the topic of interruption, actually. But we weren't on that topic. But that's okay. We can. Oh, sorry. Are you interrupting me?
Well.
So maybe we can circle back and we can just have some time apart.
Yeah. I have some questions. Do you feel like we've made way more progress than you believe maybe?
I feel like I've seen his side on the intention. He actually left the call. That's amazing. Yeah. I feel like I've seen his side on the intention of the video. I unfortunately am not seeing the reason why someone can say to him that my mental health is being affected, and for him to not respond positively to that. He didn't even say I'm so sorry, that's something I made caused that for you, He did acknowledge it started the bandwagon, but he didn't ever apologize. And on top of that, I feel like him focusing on the interruption and stuff is just a deflection. Like I've said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to make it straight. I feel like I'm not being heard.
Sorry to cut you off. I think he did apologize. I don't remember completely, so you'd have to go through VOD. But I'm pretty sure he didn't. If he didn't, I guess then yeah. But I thought
I don't know, man.
I thought I heard him.
I just
Maybe it wasn't direct enough.
yeah.
Maybe it wasn't.
I don't know. I just feel like I've hit a wall here because if he isn't misogynistic and he isn't sexist, which is what I've apologized for accusing him for, then
it would be what is the point of keeping
then
the video?
surely what's the point of keeping it up if I'm telling you it's directly causing all this misogyny, and he knows that the misogynistic community is running with it, you know? So what's the point? Like if you're not a misogynist, take down the video that's causing misogyny.
Or give you
I just don't get what
the.
I don't know if it's I don't know if it's ego or pride or the money. I'm happy to give him the money if he takes it down. What his losses for the video, because it is his content. I'm happy to. I just think that as like a moral standing point, there's someone literally saying, "Hey, your video's causing me direct harm." You know, and he asked me. He said, "Will you take yours down?" He wrote, 1.3. I said, "Absolutely yes, if it's causing you harm." I care about people more than I care about the money or the views. I know I can make that shit later. I know he can make that shit later. So why is it so important one video? I mean, he's got videos that have done better than that anyway. So I'm just not, I'm not understanding.
I feel like, I 100% get what you're saying. I feel like either taking down the video or at least explaining. I wouldn't say he's like obligated to do either or. Obviously he's his own person.
I mean, he's not obligated to take this call with me.
Yeah, but I feel
no one's saying
like,
he's obligated.
Yeah, I feel like it would be
did I say he's obligated? Zeno?
Oh no. I'm just saying it from my perspective. Like I feel like one
this
or
is
the
the
other
thing.
would
I'm
help
not
the
saying he
situation
has to
a
take
lot.
it down.
Yeah, I feel like taking the video down, or at least just like leaving us with the best perspective possible to understand why he wouldn't, is either or would just be great, just to kind of understand why is it still up. Because I 100% get what you're saying. Like even you shut me up earlier, I just couldn't understand. You just made a great point. Like, what's the point of really keeping the video up? And with him not explaining it, I just can't understand it. But I feel like that's where it's kind of just like, I can't really say, well, then take the video down, because he has his reason. But if you won't tell me, then I can't really say he's wrong for believing that.
And his reason initially was that it's his content and he'll be backtracking and pleading guilty. And then later on, the reason was actually that it's his brand and his brand identity.
Yeah, I don't.
So the reason has changed along the way, and then the third time he said, "I'm not actually telling you my reason." So which one of the three is it? Which one did you get from what he was saying? That he doesn't want it, that it's the brand identity, or that it's the what was the first one that I said? I've forgotten now.
I don't remember. But I did piece together though.
That it was that his content is pleading guilty.
Oh yeah, pleading guilty. I didn't want to assume. What I kind of just put together a little bit was more or less like if the pleading guilty thing kind of just sounded like, if I take the video down, then it would be admitting to maybe not being sexist, but having sexist intentions with the video. I think the brand thing was more or less like, hey, if I post a video and somebody calls me out, if I take down this video and the next video I post that's something close to this, whether or not he's wrong or right, if somebody comes to him about it, then he feels like he has to take it down, which I don't completely understand. But that's just the thing. If we don't know the answer, we don't know the answer.
Yeah, it's more not every video, or if someone's upset about the video. I think it's more of the fact that I'm pleading with him, content creator to content creator, women to male. I'm pleading with him that these are the damages that your videos caused me. Will you take it down?
Yeah, it makes complete sense.
It's more like pleading to his moral side. That's why I brought up moral obligation. That's why I brought up how he feels about his girlfriend. That's why I brought up how he feels about sexism in the industry. Is all to bring it back to that. I'm not saying you have to take the video down or else. I'm pleading to his morality here. And if his morality is like, no, then I don't know. Like,
hey,
that's a bit fucked up to me.
Also, next time, I don't. He said this will take place off stream. Whether or not I'm there, I heavily advise whether or not you.
That's okay. That we'll find someone else. Yeah.
Yeah. Whether or not you were, because I mean, I don't know if he just wants it to be between y'all. I'm down to be there next time. Off or on stream doesn't matter to me. I just want to help the situation. But what's it called? Next time, do your best to kind of, because you were interrupting, whether or not your definition is different.
Yeah.
It was coming off like that to him, and that's something that that's something he deemed disrespectful. And obviously, if it keeps happening again, he's not going to see it as, well, she's not meaning to do this. It's more or less just like, hey, if I tell you not to do this, it's disrespectful, and you do it again, I'm going to take it as disrespect. Then you kind of just have to respect that. And I feel like, or there just needs to be a developed middle ground between you two next time you have a conversation to make sure nobody's cut off or anything like that. Because I feel like that's where mentally checked him out for the most part, was just being cut off and not feeling heard in a way.
Do you see how I apologized for disrespecting and that wasn't my intent, and I explained that I have to interject to set the story straight because people run with the stories?
Oh yeah, of course. I understand that.
Do you understand my side? And do you see how my side of it is I thought it was disrespectful that he kept saying and misquoting me?
Yeah, that's what I completely understand that. That's what I'm saying. I understand both sides. Why I believe, me personally, there needs to be a middle ground, like something you guys need to develop a way to say, hey, wait, that's not true, and then give each other the right to speak or whatever. There needs to be some found, because he doesn't want to just do cut him off. So there needs to be an agreed upon middle ground.
He does tend to like bring in other things though. When I ask him a direct question, it goes into like the other things. Like we were just talking about the original video the whole time, and he was speaking about other videos, and he was speaking about the tweet, and he was speaking about the clips I used in my video, and that was all response videos. I really wanted to get to those topics, but he just wouldn't answer my questions about the initial video.
Do you believe that to be deflection?
I do believe that to be deflection.
Well, I mean, hopefully there's a clear.
I don't know.
Hopefully there's a clear path to conversation and understanding when you guys have your private conversation. Yeah. Because
I hope so.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like my opinion on the whole matter is, like, me personally, if I'm in 7foot's position, I'm taking the video down, because that's just, I don't know, it just feels like the right decision to make. That's how I feel.
I agree.
But
if it's hurting someone, take it down. I agree. I instantly said, I know? I instantly said, absolutely, I will take the video down. If you tell me it's hurting you and whatnot, I will take it down, no matter how many views it has. I can make more videos. It doesn't matter. What matters is another human being.
Exactly, yeah.
That's the fundamental.
But at the same time, whatever reason he has for not taking it down, I can't really knock that reasoning. I can't say, oh, you should take it down regardless.
Well, he gave us 3.
Well, we don't know the reason that he doesn't want to tell us. We don't know that reason, which is why I'm like, I can't say, hey, do this because your reason.
No, for sure.
Like, I can't
not
like
up
throw
to
his
you
reason out the
anyway.
way. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
So it's like he's gonna make his decision. Like I said, me personally, I can't think of a reason why I would have to keep it up. But his reasoning is different from mine completely, because like I said, I don't have one. So, hey, but like I said, I feel like we definitely came a lot closer.
Yeah, thank you for joining anyway.
Understanding both perspectives was very huge. I'm glad you guys definitely shook hands at the beginning there, and hopefully. Yeah.
And again, I don't think he's a bad person. I'm trying to understand what the reasoning is really, because I mean the video is directly correlating a terrible thing to me, so I'm just trying to,
Hopefully, you guys. I don't know when you guys plan to do the collaborated video, but hopefully that does pan out well and everything. And I'm also very thankful that you had me with sitting down with you guys to kind of mediate.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Alrighty, Zeno, I'll leave you to it.
All right. You have a great day.
Thank you. Chat later.
Mm-hmm. All right, chat. Let's see if 7foot wants to do a post game. Let's see if he wants to do a post game interview.
Yo, what's up, little dude?
Yo, so are you comfortable talking on stream? Like after everything?
Man, you can talk. Absolutely, yeah.
All right, so I just to let you know, like I'm still streaming everything like that. I don't want you to if you want me to
me too, bro.
All right. So how are you feeling,
bro? I mean, like I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, I might have to like send me a cash app, bro. I got paid for some mediating classes, gang. What the fuck was that, bro?
Bro, what do you mean? What was that? No, listen.
You know,
listen. It
was like the worst mediator on the planet, bro.
Bro, I chimed in when I was supposed to, but you gotta listen though. I'm also a viewer. Like I'm trying to hear both sides. I'm trying to understand everything.
Set it up.
I didn't set this up. Bro. This was not me.
You the one who proposed the idea in the first place.
That's just not what happened. Like, this is not what happened.
Look. I'll put it like this. Yeah. I'm cool.
Yeah.
With having a conversation. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm so chill, bro. I don't care. Gang, I'm off 3 hours of sleep. I woke up 15 minutes before this call, bro.
I was about to say, I seen you stream
I'm-
last night. I'm like, how the fuck is this nigga awake? What the hell?
Like, bro, I'm so tired, and it's genuinely. I'm genuinely, bro. Okay. Point one, I kept getting interrupted, regardless of whether or not there was an apology.
Yeah.
It continued. I found that.
That's what I.
How do I tell you that
her.
I find it disrespectful, dude? I don't want to converse with someone that won't let me get my point across. You know, every time I tried to say something, it's like she just kept flipping my words. I didn't say you said this. I said this is how I feel about what you said. I expressed that so many times, bro, and it's like I was just repeating repeating myself over and over, dude. Like, bro, this shit is genuinely, bro. We got to a point where I literally told her, I said, let's just get to a stopping point or continue another, like, this conversation at another time where we can make a official decision. Like, give me some time to think over it and everything.
Yeah.
Like, what's the goal here? What's the goal? And then, oh my God, she just belittles the fact that I'm being harassed.
That was crazy. That's
she
what
says. Other than, do you know who she's talking about?
Yeah,
she said
she's
other
the
than
weirdo.
Invincible TV.
The nigga that kept texting you on it was an Instagram, right?
Yeah, no, it's TikTok.
Oh damn! It was like, I remember that video. That shit was crazy. But this
guy harassed me from her server. This is her community member. She banned him and everything. But bro, this guy harassed me, talking about my butt, watching my stream, saying he's watching me, said he's gonna find me for 5 days. And she goes, other than this guy, who harassed me, give me three. I gotta show you. Imagine I said that to her.
W Brody with the white gifted.
Head off on Twitter. Show me proof you got harassed then. No, in real life.
It's DJ5. That's what I said. Yeah. Nah, I get what you're saying though. Like, that was crazy. When she said who else was harassed, I was like, hold on, man, what that mean? Like, that's like naturally, content creator to content creator, if you say you got harassed, I'm not going to say you didn't. I'm not gonna believe otherwise. Like that shit happens, bro. There's probably niggas in my requested DMs right now on my cock, for reasons that can't even be explained. But generally speaking, though, do you think we made progress? Like, obviously, I feel like past the first hour, we definitely were going in circles. But like within those first 30 minutes, I felt like we made some like genuine like handshaking type progress in terms of just but understanding perspectives.
She wants to backtrack all of that because of the fact that I said I'm not deleting the video right now and I need time to think about it. Like,
yeah, and
God forbid, bro, it's my decision. Hold on, pause. Let me just say, like, bro, what the fuck was that towards the end of the call? I accidentally interrupt because she took a pause, and I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it." And then she goes, "Oh, what are you? Are you interrupting me? For what reason? For what reason?" I left. Like, respectfully, it was getting to a point where it was just like my chat was counting. I got interrupted over 200 times, dude. My mom came in my room about 15 times and kept telling me to stand on. Like, she's like, "Stop letting her interrupt me. Like, stop."
Yeah.
Like it's bro.
That's why I just explained to her and me and her.
And hold on, why did she try to say that I made a claim that Namor made? Yo. Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God. That conversation. Did you hear that?
The Namor main thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. That bro, when y'all started talking about rivals and y'all kept getting into it, I was like, all right, hold on, man. I don't think y'all started talking about team comps and all type of shit. I was like, hey man, I don't know about that one. But I did tell her though in our post game, I was like, hey, whenever y'all have y'all off stream conversation or however that goes, y'all gotta like don't interrupt them. Y'all gotta find some sort of middle ground or something like that. I know what you feel like. It's like she finds it disrespectful to say something she finds it disrespectful when you say something and it's not factual or it's incorrect and she wants to correct you. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair, but it's also disrespectful to cut somebody off. So you guys got to find some sort of middle ground or a way to just establish, hey, this is how it's on stage. Fairs. Oh, you mean like,
raise your hand so we can speak at a turn, like, bro. We weren't getting anywhere.
Yeah, low key, people were telling me to hop in a Discord VC so I can mute and unmute y'all like once at a time and shit. Like, give y'all each a minute to talk. Ooh, that was looking comp ideas. I didn't think about that though. That was low-key comp ideas. Giving y'all a minute each to just go back. That's comp as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, that's comp as fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think shit just got out of hand a little bit. I think niggas are yo, stop coming to my chat spreading shit, bro. Just chill. I think shit got out a little bit emotional, and obviously I think your off-stream conversation, if y'all choose to do it off-stream, will be a lot more smoother. Whatever decision you come to make, decision to make is like, she understands. But like she said that you don't have to take it down. It's completely your business. Obviously she doesn't understand why, and a lot, well, you know what I'm saying? Whatever reason you have, that's your business. Me personally, I just hope that if y'all do decide to go with a collab video, I hope that stops everything and that puts a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bullet in the horse type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that collab video, I feel like that'll be very, very, very significant. Especially culturally significant, especially for the Rivals community, you know what I'm saying? Because this thing, we can all agree, this is blown way out of proportion. But hey, that's just how I feel now. So,
yeah, bro.
I hope you're chilling though. You off stream after this, or you finna cue the game and shit?
Yeah, I'm finna hop off. Why, you about to play? You wanna raid?
I mean, nah, I got a couple more segments on stream. I'm streaming for like another few hours. But
I got 300, bro, already.
Oh, W man, hold on. Shit. W motion, no shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to type shit, but you know what I'm saying? If you want to type shit, you feel what I'm saying? I appreciate you though. Like, actually, I thank you for having me on here. Anything I could do to help, just let me know, man. I got you, I'm here. Man. All right, ready? See you.
All right, later, bro.
Hey, chat. Hey, and let me make something clear. To all these niggas, I don't know who you niggas are. Yo, Sunki, if there's any, I know what you were just telling me. You said don't check Twitter. I don't use Twitter regardless. So I'm not gonna go out of my way. Nothing like that. But to any nigga on my soul, and listen clearly, listen very closely. I have nothing to hide. I don't hide my VODs. I don't, everything I said today was hey. I gotta know, hey, I'm not dogmatic, okay? If I'm proven wrong on anything, I'll take it back. One thing, I'm many things, but one thing I am not is fucking biased. Don't dare go into another nigga's chat. Don't dare say no crazy shit. Don't spread no hate, no nothing. If a nigga has the nerve to call Xenos 2K biased, that person is an ineligible, non-qualifying burger. Because not only am I here in the first place, because I am one of probably 5 niggas that sat through that watched a 16-part series, a 16-part Google document to completely understand both sides, to remove bias from the question. On top of that, the only reason why I am here, the only reason why not only are me and Gemma mutuals, the only reason why Gemma dropped 5 gifted the other day, the only reason why Gemma wanted me in the call, and the reason why Gemma posted a YouTube video with my name in the front is because I am unbiased. If there's anything we can say about my brand, it's that I am unbiased, because that is what I promote. That's what I love about my character. And you niggas are not going to skew a story. You niggas are not going to take that from me. I am unbiased, and that's what I built my brand on. Unbiased Rivals takes, unbiased real life takes, unless it's food, of course. Unbiased, bro. The whole thing is completely, yes, unbiased, bro. I don't want no narratives being pushed that I'm some sort of sexist loser and that I'm agreeing with 7 Foot because he's my friend and he's black. What are you talking about? The whole reason why I'm here in the first place is because I heard Gemma say 7 Foot is sexist. I know that's not true. I know those are things that's just, it can't, like, my heart of hearts, I would bet my soul that it's not true. And that's what brought us here. And now to my understanding, now that we're here, my opinion it's not because I'm not 100% in 7 Foot's field because I'm friends with him. I'm not 100% in Gemma's field. I'm not in nobody. I'm just trying to understand niggas. And if y'all want to know my opinion, yes, in my opinion, if it were me, I would take the video down because I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see it. And the money thing, I know it's not about money because that month is already over. He already got paid from that video. Okay, whatever money he makes after this could be upwards of maybe like $30 to $50 unless the video blows up again. So statistically, to make it about money isn't logical. He doesn't, and the 7 foot doesn't need the money. Okay, he's had it. All right, call me a pocket watcher, do whatever you want, nigga. We all pocket watch. He's cooling, bro. He's cooling, bro. He does not need the money. So the money conversation is ineligible. So that's my opinion. Yes, I believe he should take the video down. That's how I feel though. But that's because I can't think of a reason why he wouldn't. She made good points. Just because I don't completely side, just because I'm telling her to stop interrupting someone because that's what was happening, does not make me biased. That's me calling out something that's literally happening. I called him out too. I called him out too. Whenever he was tripping balls, I called him out too. Y'all making it seem like me agreeing with what he said automatically makes me biased. That doesn't make any sense. Like, what? That narrative is so BS. Stop pushing that shit and stop talking crazy. On my soul, stop talking crazy. Anyways, bro.